Okay, folks, we are back, and I am here for the final round of Swiss with Bear X Bear himself. How you
What's up,
doing,
beautiful
Bear?
people? I'm
Okay,
good, I'm good.
we
I'm
are
happy to be
back,
here.
and
Looks
I
like
am
we've got
here for the final round of
invoked
Swiss.
Shaddolls here with Dogmatic as well.
Yeah, and it's gonna be an interesting one, I think. I mean, now, from what I can tell, Malevolent and Rigo, these guys are both on the bowl, by the way, 5-1 right now, going into round 7. I should edit that. That is not round 6. That is round 7. And this is basically, I think they're playing for their tournament lives here. X1 is basically guaranteed to top, and these two are both X1. So we're gonna see what we're on here. We've got, yeah, like you said, the invoked Dogmatica Shadol deck, and he has opened what you want to open when you're playing that deck, which is Alistair plus Nadir Servant. So it's Gregory is in for a treat, as I like to say. I
He
don't know
got
if
here a
he's gonna have a
little,
good time.
yeah. I think we got here a little late, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he pitched the schism. Oh God, off the app clone here, which is kind of interesting. Or not, he adds it back with the construct. Doesn't even matter.
But look what we have here. We have real targets for the Maximus effect here. This is an NTSS and a Herald of the Arclay. Let's see what the chain links are going to be. Well, I don't know which one he wants to resolve here, but this probably means Drytron from Georgi?
Georgie, is it
Georgie?
true?
We're apologizing right now if we're not
Yeah,
saying
I'm
that
sorry.
right.
We're just gonna call him Georgie. I think
Okay.
Georgie works. Can't be
Okay.
mad at Georgie.
So this is going to be interesting. He's going to go Chainlink 1 Construct, Chainlink 2 NTSS, Chainlink 3 Herald. So he says, if you want to negate the Herald, I'm okay with it. He's probably going to pop the Mechaba.
Yeah, he's actually in a really good spot here because like we know that he has the punishment in hand, but at least getting rid of the Mechaba ensures that you have to deal with one less interruption on your turn. Pretty nice
Right.
considering he didn't even have to blow a card in hand. He already deals with an interruption, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's sort of the drawback of Dogmatica Maximus here. Now, you know what I like to point out? This is some nice Chainlink announcing here. Appreciate that in the Dueling Book chat. This looks very nice. We can tell what's going on. Very clear. I like it. So right now, Rigo is sort of deciding what he wants to do. Does he want to negate this Herald? Is what he's really thinking about. No, he's not going to.
Interesting.
Okay. So what will this Herald get? This Herald's going to get the Ben 10.
Ben 10.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, so I'm not sure what Georgie's on, but having Entis in the extra deck's pretty interesting.
No, this is
I'm pretty sure it's Drytron. Just pure
right.
Drytron.
I think the Entis is usually to use sometimes with Herald of the Diviner or Diviner of the
Hmm.
Heralds, as not everyone plays it, but it's nice in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so End Phase Ash Dragon. I mean, I think Malevolent is in a really, really good position here. But Georgie's starting his hand with 7 cards. So definitely got a chance here. Let's see. Drytron always surprises me. I'm like, oh, there's no way this deck can do anything this turn. And
Mhm.
somehow it will do something. So,
So we know two of the sets here, which is Schism and Punishment. So it's going to be interesting to see if Georgie can pilot around that.
yeah, okay, so he's got a Herald here. He's got one more target left in his extra. That's good for him. Some people don't play all of this. Well, actually, it's not guaranteed. This could be a bluff.
He eats the
Actually,
Imperm, so
it does eat the Imperm. I think he has a legal target, probably both in his, because he could send a ritual to the graveyard here. So eats the Imperm. Here comes Alpha tributing Delta. Okay.
surprised that Schism doesn't get chained here.
Yeah. So here comes the Schism, like you suggested. We're probably gonna see a Winda, I would imagine.
Yeah, most likely. Which, if Georgie doesn't have an answer to that, that might be the end of game one, to be honest.
Yeah, Shadol Schism. I do not like this card. This card is so annoying. And I honestly think if this deck was better, like if it was like the top deck, then it would just literally like people would be clamoring for
Oh
this
yeah,
card to be
over
banned.
Scythe, over everything. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, 100%.
But okay, here we are. Now, does he have some way to like maybe like a droplets to keep playing here? Because if he doesn't, the game is basically over.
Yeah.
Drytron doesn't really have a good way of dealing with the Winda. He already special summoned, right? Because the Winda. Oh, he does. Okay.
He's sick.
Okay, we have a game on our hands here. We have a game on our hands. That is going to negate the window. Okay. So we've still got Delta with the Ben 10. So this is pretty good. Now, does he have a way to reveal something here for the draw here? He does. Okay, so he's going to get the draw. Okay, Ben 10 triggers.
So the one thing I'm keeping my eye on for the rest of this game is the imperm column right here. So hopefully Georgie doesn't forget where he activated it.
Yeah, that was the middle one, right?
No, it was actually the empty one on the left side close to the extra deck. Yeah.
Close to the extra deck. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like the one right beside window, to the right of window, that column.
Yeah. All right, I got some chat messages here. We've got Juji B says, "Can we just ban Winda?" Good question. I think that's been debated. They're probably not going to do that, but listen, I wouldn't be against it personally. If they said if Konami said I want to ban Winda on the next ban list, I said, you know what, live your best life, Konami. Definitely would be happy to see that. We've also got GG Virus. He says, wait for the branded fusions, and I said, okay, well, I am waiting for those. Those are going to be interesting. In the meantime, we see a Phoenix coming out to try to hit the last back row. I like where this is going.
Yeah, so this definitely based off the punishment here.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he has the Fleur in his hand, which I believe can still negate this Phoenix. Yep, here comes the Fleur.
I completely forgot about that. That's a really good call, actually.
Yeah, so Fleur's gonna negate the Phoenix. He wants to protect the last back row, but Ava will trigger. Well, it can trigger for yeah, it can trigger here. It's because it's got the Herald and the Diviner in the graveyard. So gonna banish those two, and you're gonna get 2 more cards here. So let's see, probably one last. Oh no, just a Herald there and a Herald there. Okay, so unfortunately he couldn't proc the Ava before the Fleur. So let's see. It's again, Drytron just amazes me. Like when I saw the opening hand of Malevolent, I was like, "There's no way Drytron can win." And now we're looking at like, well, there's definitely a way. So
that has so much gas; it's actually insane.
Yeah, and I think that being able to send that NTSS, like you said, and that Herald to just be able to get rid of that interruption, I think was just huge, honestly.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, so what do you think Georgie can go for here? Like what are you thinking? Oh, well, I guess he's not gonna go for anything.
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna see the punishment, yep.
So probably sending NTSS, I would imagine, here to get rid of both Drytrons. That makes the most sense. We will have to see here. So interesting that Georgie went for the Gamma here. He could have went for like a different Drytron, but I guess like he maybe could have tried to go for a Unicorn with just one Drytron, and maybe searched like a Ritual spell or something like that with Delta. But okay, so he's gonna negate the NTSS. Very cool. Now, is this going to be like a DPE play here?
I was just going to say.
Okay, so DPE is going to come hit the battlefield here. This is going to clear out quite a bit of stuff, but I mean, I feel like the game is still, because he drew a Plasma. This game is still pretty invoked favored here. Just because I don't think 1 DP is really enough to stop this whole invoked strategy.
I think the only issue here is that Malevolent activated punishment, so he is going to be locked out of his extra deck.
That's That's a really good point. Actually, I forgot about that. That's a huge deal. That's a really good call, Bear. Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's gonna actually, you're right. That's gonna actually make it difficult. It might be a battle here. He's only got 4 cards left in his extra deck. Actually, now that I just noticed that too as well.
Oh, right, yeah, that's going to kind of render the Maximus on field kind of useless too, depending what he has remaining.
Yeah, I wonder what he could even have remaining here. So he kills the Winda. He's going to go end phase pop. Now, what do you pop here? Schism doesn't make much sense because he's under punishment.
Yeah.
Probably one of the big ones?
I guess Maximus. I guess you just don't gamble with it.
Yeah, I guess not, right? There's no reason to gamble with it. Although Fleur does do a lot of damage, but you can pop it on your next turn anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. This is really interesting. You're right. The punishment lock is huge here. Uh,
I think the other interesting thing is if he actually decides to pop his own DPE, I don't know if you risk it because just in case Malevolent top decks called by the grave or something in the draw phase,
right.
I'd probably just pop the Verte here, to be honest.
Right. He could pop Verte and something else here. That's a good point. Question is, yeah, what? You're right. It does play around, random called by the grave,
Yeah,
that sort of thing here.
because like at this point, it's kind of turning into a simplified game state, and I guess you just want to avoid. As niche as the scenario is, it's probably just best to avoid as much as you can.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that Link 2 is worth. It's just gonna die by battle next turn anyway. It might save you a couple life points, but he's gonna go with the DPE here, which is an interesting one. What will he destroy on Malevolent's side? He's gonna destroy the floor. In the meantime, we've got some more chat. He's GG Virus asks he's wondering if the Dark Charmer will kill DP usage. I don't think it will. I don't know what your opinions on this are, Bear, but it's certainly a good card. I'm gonna put that out there. That we'll see it for sure.
I think for me, it probably depends on how tight people's extra decks are, because I know even a lot of people are struggling to incorporate the Wind Charmer in a deck for the Baroness. So
Mm.
I don't know. Honestly, it depends.
That's true. That's true. Although I will say that Lyraless Tri Brigade extra deck is probably one of the tightest extra decks
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Like that thing is like chopped up. Like we're like playing like one charade, like praying that we don't need a second one. Like some people are playing
Mhm.
access code, but yeah, there's only a couple flex spots. Now, okay, so he's got the Schism live, but it can't be used as you pointed out last turn. Um, Now, I think one thing you've got to be careful with the DP in your Drytron deck is you don't want to activate the effect and then get your DP banished, right? Or else you'll be forced to summon back Celestial, and then you won't be able to summon Drytrons for that turn. But it looks like we're just going to see an attack for 1,000. And
Yeah, I guess there's not much they can really do, and I guess that kind of gives away that there's probably nothing left for the Maximus in the extra deck here too.
right, exactly. Yeah, so I think if you're the Drytron player, you're really happy to see this. The question is, what's that last card in hand? And can he get that Celestial value next turn? That's really going to be the big question. But Drytron's got a crazy grind game as long as it can play. Like, as long as it can just tribute something for its effect, it's really, really important. Now, end phase DP is going to be able to pop something, and then you can pop the Schism again before main phase. I would imagine that's what we're going to see here. We're going to see it pop on the back row. We're going to see DP revive itself on the standby phase of the following turn. And then we're going to see DP pop the Schism as well before it has a chance to activate. That's my best guess here. We'll see if that's what happens.
I think you're right on money. I think that's exactly what's going to happen here.
Right, so
Man,
don't...
Drytron's insane.
Yeah.
Even if you break their board, bro, they just come back the next turn if you don't kill them. It's crazy.
Ooh, I don't like this. He moved into main phase. That lets the Schism be able to summon something. Now, it's very possible that there's nothing left to summon as well.
Mhm.
As we see, we can take a look at the graveyards here. We've got Winda, we've got Construct, and I believe App Cologne has been banished as well. So they might not even have a target to summon here. But personally, I wouldn't take the risk. Now, you can also just keep your DP around and just wait, which is also fine as well. Because then you can just be like, okay, I will just pop it when you try to chain. Like if I go to battle phase, you try to activate it, then I'll just activate my DP. So I think that's fine as well. It's not as big a deal as I originally thought here.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of what Malevolent might have in hand that actually saves them for another turn.
Yeah, well, I think we know one card is probably Alistair the Invoker.
Yeah.
So the question is, what's the other card? And that is a good question. Now, of course, we did see that Georgie was able to get that Celestial value, and now here comes the Drytron deck. It's got its ritual, and so now it can start to really play here. And honestly, I think we might see game this turn. Actually, to be honest.
I think so too. Honestly, I'd probably scoop if that card in hand isn't anything good. I'd probably just scoop to save some time.
Right. Yeah, I think, like, let's see. We've got a level 6 Diviner. We've got a DP. I don't know what is he's got most of his links left, like the ones that are pretty offensive. Oh, he's got the Meteonis.
Yeah.
That's huge. I think, what are we probably gonna, we're probably going to see, okay, a Ben 10. So we're going for more value here. We're going to tribute this Ben 10 off, probably for a Gamma. Yep, here comes the Gamma. Let's just get more bodies on the board here. Makes sense. And then, yeah, Ben 10's going to trigger. And out
But that's
comes
gonna
a
search.
probably Herald or the other Herald. I guess they're both Heralds.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was right. It was a Herald.
So we're gonna see the Drytron or the Meteonis added back here, and I assume we're gonna see the overlay for the beta.
Good call there. Yeah, is he missing any Drytron names in the graveyard? I don't. Oh, he's missing a Delta. Yeah. So there goes the Delta in the graveyard. Okay. So he's got everything, basically. Yeah, but here comes Meteonis. Okay. Detach. Summon back. Bentenic. Oh, Edatin. So Edatin's going to add back Meteonis. Yeah, there's. We don't know if Georgie's on Natasha either. If he's on Natasha, this is going to be a pretty easy one to beat. He might try to also go for a Appaloosa first before he does any of this. Try to get the Natasha loop going, but we'll have to see. He's not like, Drytron's not like, it doesn't have like infinite amount of of power, but it's got a lot, so we'll have to see how this one plays out.
I think a lot of the recent lists that I've been seeing, I think they've been cutting Natasha, so probably not on it if I had to guess, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely seen a lot of lists cut Natasha as well. We did see it yesterday from I can't remember the name of the player. It's blanking on me, but we did see it on yesterday, and it did OTK. But obviously, it can almost feel like a win more card sometimes. As a Drytron player, you're like, the ritual that if I'm ahead works, but if I'm behind, like doesn't. But we'll have to see here.
Draken is here, I assume, since we're pitching 2, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So this guy's big. The big boy is here. I see, and he can probably just pop some face-up cards. So is he just gonna pop both monsters here and attack for game? Is that what we're gonna see here? I think that might be what we're gonna see here. Because this thing can banish 2 of his Drytrons if he would like. I don't think he's like desperate for Drytrons. So, oh no, he's just gonna attack. He's gonna keep the pops around. That's definitely a safe play there. Because I don't... Yeah. Oh, is this lethal still? Because this thing can attack all monsters. That's 25 plus 2, 45 plus 5. Oh, so that's still lethal. Yeah, because he took the 1800 earlier from last turn. Wow. Okay.
Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't skip a little bit earlier, because the thing is, like, against playing a deck like Drytron, you do want to save as much time as possible because they do take a while to combo. So if it comes down to time, I think Malevolent's probably going to regret the decision there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so let's, if we try to like think this out in our heads here. Okay, so we've got, what is that, 19 minutes left on the clock, I believe. Okay, so 19 minutes. Depending on how long this game takes, if they finish this game before time, and by the way, neither of these players are incentivized. Well, drawing might be okay, but it's risky. Just because if you draw, it doesn't mean you're not guaranteed to make it in. So drawing is risky. Now, drawing is not the worst outcome for either of these players. Obviously, you'd rather just win. So like, it's not to say that drawing is bad. It's hard to decide. It's a risk if you draw because you're not guaranteed, right? So, okay, well, that's not the greatest start from Malevolent here. Just the DPE pass here. Maybe a set punishment, but you don't want to see that, especially against a deck like Drytron, which feels like you can't even stop it with 3 interruptions. Let
Drytron,
alone 1.
If it's just DPE, they're going to play through that with ease, most likely.
Yeah, okay. So, just DPE here. Maybe he's got some floodgates set down there, maybe like a TC Boo would be really nice. A lot of times
Droll would be super clutch here for sure too.
Droll, right? DP with Droll, that really can keep you in the game here. Okay, so he's got at least sort of a known interruption here. Question is, which interruption does he go for? Probably has to go for punishment. It's hard to
Yeah.
say, depending on what he has in his hand. Yeah, punishment. I mean, his hand's already not special summoning other stuff from the extra deck, so punishment isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this is tough. You know, let's hope that Malevolent has that droll because
Oh.
he's going to be. Oh, sets 2 though. That's 3. He
Oh.
might have some floodgates, like I was talking about. Maybe an Imperial Order. I saw DP
Well, yeah.
Imperial Order pass yesterday. That was good enough to win. So
Well, we'll see what happens here, I guess.
okay. Oh,
Woo. Hate to see it.
oh, hits him with the twin in the draw phase. What does he hit here? Does he hit? Twin twisters. Man, this
Kind of
card
want
is
to see
still so
Imperial Order,
good.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, chain importer. I mean, that is what it is. He's thinking about something here. Is he thinking about chaining? Is he thinking about, what's going on here? No, he's gonna let both die. Wow, he let both die.
Probably contemplating life for a second, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's just lag. Okay, just lag. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just kept it. Maybe that last card is Imperial Order, and he's really like thinking about it. It could be a floodgate still because he hit the known punishment, and that was really it. Okay, so yeah, here comes the emergency or Gamma. Okay, so it's gonna be Alpha Tribute Gamma probably.
They don't have Droll. We know for a fact that's not Order because it would have been used by now, so it's interesting.
Yeah, agreed. It would have been used by now. Ooh, he's gonna Ash the Alpha. I like this play because now he's got 2 Drytrons in Grave. This is like your best bet here. It also cuts off Benton Axis, maybe, right? And if you can cut off Benton Axis, you've got a chance here because the Celestial is going to draw you 2 next turn, of course. And you're not extra deck locked because they Twin Twister the punishment. You didn't have to use the punishment. So I think we have a chance here. But he goes again. He tributes another one for the Zeta. Unfortunately, yeah, this only cuts off Ritual Access because he has the 3rd Drytron name, right? He tributed Delta for Alpha. So he's going to get a Ritual spell, and so he can send like a Ritual monster to the graveyard. However, there is still DPE on the field here. We could see it might be worth considering Phoenix Enforcering to pop that Zeta on the field so that Gamma has to have something else to tribute. But no, we're not going to see that here. We're just going to let them go. We might go for... Oh, he's thinking. Wait, are we going to see that TC boo that I talked about earlier? This is the time for it. No. He's going
Interesting to use the DPE pop here. Because like what can they really do here? They can overlay into beta, but does beta sending really do anything? Wouldn't you just pop the beta?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sort of in the same boat. In fact, if you're going to do this, I would have liked to just see a pop on the Zeta itself. I don't know exactly what the background is, but that at least has like a really high chance of just ending, Georgie's turn here. I mean, if he has another Drytron, I suppose the outcome is roughly the same. So I guess it doesn't really matter because I guess Gamma already summoned 2. So maybe it doesn't really matter. But in this case, you just gave him a free monster. This might not matter very much. But I agree. Maybe it was okay. Also, but it could be risky because they might play the rank 1 bird and go for a Zeus if you don't pop.
Oh, right, that's true too.
I'm not sure if that's maybe worth going for, especially because DP can probably just pop it again. But we'll have to see here. He's thinking. Is he thinking about just going Link Group? Oh, he's gonna normal something.
Full summon Droll.
So this is the exact punish that we just talked about, which is if he just popped the Zeta, then there would not be this normal summon Droll wouldn't have worked, right? Now, if it was Divine Eye of the Heralds, it wouldn't matter either way. But I guess this is sort of one way to play around all that. Okay, so still in the game here. Here comes the DPE. Yeah, so we got DP versus DP. Probably gonna attack for some damage, maybe. Yeah, attack for some damage. Guess what is that? 1100 perhaps.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 1400 because
14 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, 14 damage. Don't think that's quite right. 1600. but probably won't matter unless my math is crazy. I think it's 11 and 25, right? Yeah, okay. Unless there's some more Destiny heroes in here that I haven't noticed. Okay. End phase DP is going to pop. Probably the back row, I imagine. I wonder what this last back row was. Let's see here. Another Fusion
Another
Destiny.
Fusion Destiny.
Okay, so nothing big here. But Malevolent does have the Celestial draw this turn and can use the extra deck. But definitely not out of it yet, right? He's definitely got, I think he's still, I wouldn't say favored, but he's got good chances in this game. Hopefully he didn't draw like a hand trap. That would be the worst. Because then he would have to normal it. Yeah, he'd have to normal it, right? And then you would really don't want to do that. But let's see here. What will happen? What will happen? Like, best case scenario is you can get into an Alistair and banish the DP with your like Invocation from Grave, and then they're forced to summon back something. Oh my god, it's Magical Meltdown. That is huge. I think it might be Mystic Mine.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to use DP?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, wouldn't you want to bait out his DP first?
Right, I
That's
agree.
so weird.
I agree here. Yeah, I feel like unless you don't really care about that field spell, but it is a Magical Meltdown. So I mean, you're gonna have to use DP here now, right? You're gonna DP pop this. You can't let this resolve. I don't think.
Yeah, you have to, because there's two unknowns in hand. We know Georgie has a ritual spell in hand with the Medionis. Like you don't know what the other two that Malevolent has in hand. If it's not Alistair, if it's not anything that's playable, and you just let this resolve, I think you pretty much lose.
Yeah, I mean, so I think you're right. I think he probably should have went with DP pop first. But we'll see what Georgie decides here. I mean, I just don't see a situation where you just have to hope they don't have Alistair in hand. Because like, what other card are you afraid of? I honestly can't think of another card that like I would be more afraid of than Alistair Axis at this moment.
I actually wait. I just thought about some more. It doesn't resolve either way. Even if Georgie changed DP here, can Malevolent just chain his DP back? And then since Georgie doesn't have a card in the field, it wouldn't pop both, right?
That's a good point. That's actually a good point. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. I think that. Let me read this. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You can destroy both one card. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It says both one card. You're right. So actually, it doesn't matter. Ignore everything I said. Just stupid. You're right. It doesn't matter. Okay. Technically, it doesn't matter. You're right. You chain your DPE. I guess maybe that just shows my instinct as a player. I just want to simplify it. Like, okay, I'm going to make my life simple. I don't want to think about it anymore. So, but you're right, actually. I think because it does say both, meaning that you have to do both. You can't do both. You just can't resolve the effect.
So what I'm thinking here is I feel like, I don't know, this is tough. Because if Georgie doesn't use his DP before Mechaball comes out, then Mechaball's just going to negate the DP and banish it, right? But if he does use the DP before Mechaball or anything comes out, then he's most likely not going to live another turn, so...
Yes, I think this is going to be going to game 3, I think. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. So here comes the TP. He's got his Almirage out already too, which is funny. He could chain it. Personally, I would have liked to see a Mecha Bug come out first, but he probably would have just chained DP in response there. I mean, if he runs the Dark Invoked, this one's basically over. He could also go for Game Cure, tribute his Almirage, protect one of his monsters, and then sort of his DP will have to pop, itself, and maybe his Ecclesia, but he can keep his DP around for damage because the Almirage protection. Actually, it's hard to... Actually, Almirage doesn't protect for her own card effects. It's getting confusing to keep track of what is popping what here. But okay, he's going to chain Almirage. What's he going to target here? Probably his own DP, I would imagine. Okay, yep. So we're gonna resolve backwards.
Man, I'm trying to think about it because Malevolent was the first one to initiate the DP. So honestly, if I were in their position, I think you're correct. I think Invocation would have been the correct move to play first, just to see if your opponent responds to it. Because if they don't, they just straight up lose.
Right. So yeah, what are we gonna say? Okay, what was this? What chain order was this? I'm getting a little confused. I have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on here.
So I believe it was Malevolence DP Chainlink 1, Georgie's DP Chainlink 2, and then Malevolence Almirage Chainlink 3.
Right. Okay. So Georgie wants to pop Ecclesia. Now his DP resolves, and it should have to pop the itself and the magical meltdown. Is that what I'm thinking here?
Yeah, because the Almirage only protects you from your opponent's card effect, right? As far as I'm aware.
Yes. So like, wait, yeah. What did his DPE pop? I guess is what I'm just a little bit confused. What did Malevolence DPE pop? I'm slightly confused here.
Honestly, I'm confused now too.
I have no idea what's going on. Honestly, I don't know if anyone in the chat has any idea what just happened. I can't say that these players are wrong either because I'm not sure that I'm right.
Wait, I think wait, what? Shouldn't Malevolent have, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Malevolent has to pop the DP and the meltdown on the field, no?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because we only resolved one DP. There's two DPEs that need to be resolved.
I think they both think that Almirage protects from either player's destruction, but it's only supposed to protect from your opponent's.
It is only from your opponents, but what's weird is that neither of them pointed that at least the magical meltdown should be destroyed, right? Because if you think there's going to be two cards that need to be destroyed, even if you think Almirage protects, you would still say that the meltdown needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, to be honest.
So another thing to notice, Georgie didn't use DP's graveyard effect either.
Which I think he might regret just because, I don't know if Malevolent actually runs the Dark Invoked one. He discards his Alistair to give this Mechabyte attack. I mean, yeah, I can't exactly tell if this DP should be on the board or not. I mean, this is 35 plus 25.
That's exactly lethal, actually.
That's going to make a difference in this game. Yeah, I don't know. The DP chains confused me there. I don't know what happened still. But okay.
Check the log here. Actually. Oh no, we don't have a log.
Yeah, we don't have
watch
logs.
Chat.
Yeah. Okay. It's true though that this probably actually saves some time for both players for getting there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Malevolent was probably gonna win, even without all this fancy stuff. Hey, we got Paulo in the chat. How's it going, Paulo?
See, I disagree. I think well, I don't know.
You're right.
I think depending on what Georgie topped, it's dry trying, it's gas.
True.
So
You're right. Well, I'll have to look at the replay of this guy. I still don't know what happened with the DPEs going crazy. Like that's why Kaleo just popped the DPEs off the board in the standby phase. That would have made life much easier, Yeah, but no, we had to go through this whole mess.
Right. So I'm scrolling up. Malevolent declared DPE. Georgie declares DPE. Malevolent declares Almirage. So
I think we're right. I think we're right. I think the DP shouldn't have been on the field. The Paulo says he finished 5-2. Maybe he sneaks in at 8th. It's possible. It's going to be tough. Yeah, I was looking at the standings. It's going to be tough. We're watching some X1s right now duke it out here. So this is going to be interesting because I don't. Yeah, it's true though, because he could have won. It's not like Drytron was guaranteed to lose no matter what. He definitely could have won. So
it was just a Mechaba negate that they had to deal with, which I think is fairly possible.
He didn't declare his DPE effect though, which would have made life difficult for him.
Yeah. Oh, and then he also wait, no, he didn't play Celestial. He played he didn't play Celestial.
He
right?
plays Celestial. It's Celestial and Plasma. They just don't play Dasher
okay.
because there's nothing to special summon. Yeah. But okay, so this game is probably gonna last 4 turns, which is that's one nice thing about the DCS time rules is that in Konami time rules this would probably be a draw, which maybe the players are okay with. Again, who knows?
Mhm.
I know Paulo is not rooting for a draw because he's like, well, I don't, if these guys draw, then that's two more people that have higher scores than me. But it's probably not going to end in a draw. So, because they started this game 3 before time. Now they're really thinking about their side decking decisions here.
I'm
I
rooting for Paul to make top 8, bro. I want to see some Melfi Tri Brigade.
me too. Now, what's interesting, I wonder. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. We've got game 3 here. We're gonna see Drytron go first. We had seen Drytron go second these past couple of games, and it doesn't like to do that. It would much rather just go first. And so we're gonna start with Diviner of the Heralds here. Thinking, okay, we got some Yu-Gi-Oh happening here, folks. We got some Yu-Gi-Oh happening.
So I highly doubt this is a bluff. I think if they're actually thinking at this point, I think the most likely card they have is Imperm. It's like kind of gives away some info to Georgie, which I think is like I don't know. For me, like it's always an interesting thing to consider whenever your opponent is thinking like during a certain action. I feel like it gives away a lot. I guess that's the one thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's just me.
Yeah, we've got a message from a judge. Oh, he hits him with the ash. Woo. He's trying to cut off the Ben 10 access here. Hit him with the call by the grave.
the one of
Call by the grave? Call by the grave? Call by the grave? Okay, so yeah, we got a judge pointing out last game. He said last game he went and tried to fix it, but both players were both sort of happy thinking that Georgie was going to lose anyway. So they just decided to just go to the next game, sort of, basically.
Fair enough. Well, I guess that means that the second unknown in the hand wasn't anything too good.
Probably not. Oh my. Okay. Oh, he's drawing 2. So his hand's not. If he's drawing 2, like his hand's not that good, right? Because if you were not drawing 2 there, like if you didn't need to draw 2 there, you would just rip, like hand rip, basically. Wow, that was a really terrible sequence for Malevolent there. I mean, that was just like the worst. That was Call by the Grave, triple tactics on an Ash. You hate to see it, honestly.
I think the other thing is, on the res of the Herald, I think Georgie probably realized that Malevolent doesn't have draw, and there's very little that he actually cares about this point too. So even if the hand was good, I don't know if there's anything that he necessarily wanted to rip out either.
True. Although I think if you don't need to draw, it's probably better to rip almost always.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, hand knowledge is insane.
yeah. Now I do want to advise. DP is a scary business here. Wow, his hand's really that bad. Has to go DPE here.
I was dead wrong. Holy, this hand must suck.
Go DPE here. Wow, that is crazy. Okay. So he's gonna have to send. Yeah, I mean, that is just a bad hand. Now we just hit time in the round, by the way. So this is gonna be it. Like the problem with DP though is he has to do 2K next turn, right? Because I think this is technically turn 0, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I think he didn't pass turn before time. So technically this is turn 0. All
right. Well, I think it is turn 0, but okay. Well, he drew for turn, but so we saw Georgie normal summon draw, so there's a good chance that he does have it in hand, and if he does, on Prosper, it's gonna be pretty nasty.
Yeah. There is a very good chance he does have Droll in his hand just because, he didn't do anything. Like, it's very likely that he has Droll in his hand. We're going to see a Prosper for 6 here, it looks like. Droll would probably be the best card to have here. In fact, it would give Georgie a pretty good chance to win because then that's going to stop Nadir. That's going to stop Alistair. That's going to stop Meltdown. It won't stop Fusion Destiny, though, which is maybe what Rigo is looking for here. Fusion Destiny to try to counter the DPE. But wow, this is going to be interesting here. Okay. Yep, so here comes the 6. And we will see a thumbs up. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, Mystic Mine! Mystic Mine, if you can get this DP negate somehow, that will win him the duel. Okay, no, he's going
Mad
over
the
the
Alistair
Alistair.
here.
He's going over the Alistair, but like, I mean, this is turn 1 in time, right? So if you could get that
Yeah.
DP negate out, play the mine, if Georgie can't out it, that's the game, basically. That's the game. But he's
Well,
going to
no
try to
draw
play.
looks like.
No effect. So no droll, you're right. No droll. Out of Alistair. Does he really have like double invocation in his hand? Or sided out 1? Wait, his opponent already said no effect. Don't ash this. Don't ash this. Don't ash this. Okay. Oh, he's gonna go DP. So he's realized that his opponent there's no effect. He wants to try to make it so that you can't get anything. The problem is
He has materials in his own graveyard.
oh, a scythe.
Oh.
A scythe. Here it comes. It's gonna stop. Okay, so that stops invocation. Now Malevolent slaps down the Mystic Mine here. Does he have it? Does he have it? I mean, if Gregory doesn't have hand traps, they could be like twins, honestly.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna
nah,
see the
they're calling
GG.
game. Ah, that's
Wow.
unfortunate.
Wow. What a way to end the last round of Swiss.
I completely forgot Scythe was even an option, to be honest.
I'll carry the flag for the rest of the game. Wow, okay, so that is the end of round 10. We got to see Drytron versus, Invoke Dogmatic DPE. This was a really close game, actually. Really, really intense. Maybe the Mystic Mine would have been the way to go, but I don't know what Malevolent's hand looked like at the end there. All right, that is the end of Swiss. We are going to see Georgie in top 8. Pretty much guaranteed, I think. But yeah, so do you have any closing thoughts on this round, Bear?
My only closing thoughts are that watching Drytron as a spectator is a lot better than watching Drytron as a player. So yeah, both players played it pretty well. It was a good game, so I'm looking forward to seeing Georgie in top 8.
Yeah, I think I agree with your sentiment there. Drytron is fun to watch, not fun to play against. Okay, guys, thank you for sticking around. We are going to cut to a break, and next up will be top 8. So stick around. We will see you guys in a bit. Okay, folks, we are back for top 8. I'm here with Bear X Bear again, and this is going
Well,
to be interesting. We've got top 8. These guys have made some money already. I think a couple hundred, $100 already. They're playing for 100 more, something like that. Honestly, I forgot how much. It's a lot of money. That's all I know. Um, so yeah, this is going to be really cool.
are we spoiling decks yet, or are we keeping it a surprise?
Well, let's talk about the top 8. How about that? We've
Okay.
got a
All right.
really interesting top 8 breakdown. We've got 2 Phantom Knights. We've got 2 Drytron. Crazy. 2 Drytron, 2 Phantom Knights, 2 Strikers as well. 1 Bird Up deck. And I'm looking at the last one here. 1 Bird Up and
And
1
one
Dragon
Dragon
Link.
Link. Yeah.
So if we look at what entered, by the way, if we look at what entered a while ago here, we had 19% Sword Soul. So 20% of the entries were Sword Soul, none of them. We had 14% Lyraless Tri Brigade. It only makes up 12.5% of the top cut, which I guess is about right. We have a bunch of Invoked, Dogma, DP stuff. None of them made it. Eldritch, none of them made it. 8 Phantom Knights, 7% of the total entries. 2 made it. 6 Dragon Links, 1 made it. 6 Sky Strikers, 1 made it. And 33% of the other decks. Unfortunately, we don't have any from the other category making it, which is sad. But, you know, other than that, I guess it's okay. You know, so I guess we didn't see any Sword Soul. I mean, how do you feel about that? Is that, like, is Sword Soul just bad? Or what's the deal here?
I wouldn't say it's bad. Maybe it just depends on who pilots the deck, right? Because it's not to say like there's obviously a skill differential between players. Like obviously, people that make top 8 are really good players, but maybe just the people that entered the tournament with Sword Soul weren't as good as the people that make top. I don't know. Like I'm trying to not be rude about it. I don't know how to put it nicely, but just to be blunt, maybe the pilots just weren't very good at Sword Soul. And there's also the possibility that there's always a chance that you just go to a tournament, you don't perform well, you break, something happens. Like it's just part of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So honestly, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's not a good deck, but
Well, I would
it's
say
weird to see it not convert.
I would love to see how many token collectors there were running around. No
Mm-hmm.
Sword Soul. I don't know about top 16, Rodrigo, but definitely not in top 8. And top 8's where all the money is made. You can get like a buyback for your mat or $20 for top 16. But here we are. We're gonna get into this match here. I believe we're gonna see Striker versus Birds. I don't know who is playing what though. Oh, so we
Ready for
got
Striker.
Small World. So if this is the bird deck, we're gonna see something into Dinotherium into probably a starter bird, most likely. Let's see what we got here. So okay, we're gonna see Nib into Dinotherium. No what in top 8? Exactly, no Sword Soul in top 8, even though it was the most represented deck before. We're gonna see banish Nib. Nib is gonna banish Dinotherium. This is a pretty cool trick here. They both match on 600 defense, which is one of the reasons I like to play Nib main deck with Small World, because
Mhm.
it's even a combo starter. Crazy. Ooh. So we're gonna see the Cobalt Sparrow being added. Now I play this deck a lot, so I know a lot about Bird Up. And he could have searched Fractal here, but Fractal plays much harder into an Imperm, for example, because if you Imperm this Warbler, like or Veiler, for example, then then this thing is just stuck in your grave. Whereas a lot of times you'd rather just be able to normal it to go for the bird, a bird Xyz. But we're gonna see a Veiler on the Cobalt, which is fine. You know,
Just remembered, aren't you like one of the first people to bring this deck into the TCG too?
well, sort of. I definitely stole it from Kyle, my friend Kyle.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely, I just happen to have a YouTube channel. That's why, right? So I got lucky on that front. You know, you and I, sometimes you're just lucky and you have a YouTube channel.
Fair enough.
And so, he's gonna boost himself. Wow, that's risky. I personally am not a fan of boosting myself turn 1. Because there are some crazy people running Ghost Ogre. I saw it today on stream. So, okay, Ash here. That's pretty good. I like how Zolka is playing this. He had the Ash and the Veiler, so he's just going to stop both searches. Not going to bother trying to stop the effect of the Warbler because, he's got stuff for both those searches. Okay. So that's just a pass. That's just a pass.
Terraforming, most likely going to search the area 0 here.
Yeah,
Because
we're
there's no
probably going to
point.
see
Yeah.
Area 0. I agree. I mean, just because you're ahead right now as a striker player. Yep, exactly. Area 0. Good
Yeah.
call. Oh, hits him with a droll. Okay. Main deck droll and nib in Lampy's deck here. But still, can he get to Ray? That is the $1,000,000 question, right? Oh my gosh, the answer is no.
Ooh.
Set 2. Wow, if this recital starting lives, that's huge. He can't even kill it. That's huge. Oh
So
man.
the thing with Striker is there's a good chance that he has
Oh
normal summon Celeste.
no, he has to kill this. I agree. He has to kill this. Like if he lets us live, it's game over, right? That could threaten Zeus. That's gonna get Search. So okay. Normal Sun Celestial. So there goes the DP axis, but Celestial, the hero that he needs right here. It's not Ray. It's doing a decent impression of it, but it's not Ray herself.
I think an interesting thing to think about here is that normal summoning Celestial probably gives away a lot. Because I think at this point you can probably determine that there's a good chance that those 2 set cards aren't Striker spells. Because otherwise they're just completely dead in this scenario.
Agreed.
Or they could be bluffs
Well,
too.
yeah, they could be bluffs, and he might not have anything else. Lampy, his best card is a Tri Brigade, or Barrel Canary, or Bird Call. But if he doesn't have either of those, it's gonna be bad. Oh my god. Well, speaking of the devil, here comes Barrel Canary. I think that might have been a top deck Barrel Canary. Actually, I definitely know it's a top deck Barrel Canary because he would have used it last turn. So he's gonna target the brown, which makes sense here. I mean, this is just the power of Barrel Canary and the new support. You know, it's just so good in situations like this. SD says, Yishan, you've been washed since Grand Manju fell off. Sort of true. You know, sort of true.
Harsh.
That's harsh, but sort of true. Hey, we're not, hey, I topped some events without Grand Manju, so I wouldn't say washed, right? I'm clean, though. Unless you're saying I'm washed because I'm clean, then I'll accept that. But we're going to see, okay, Barrel, this is going to resolve. Ugh. Yeah, you hate to see it. I think this is crazy. That was a nice top deck from Lampy there. So, okay. What will he go for here? What will he go for? What do you think those sets are? Barry, you think they're, well, if they're not bluffs, what do you think they could be? Because we see a 50 card or not, a more than 40 card striker deck.
If I had to guess, I think one of them is Imperm. More than 40 cards and Strikers kind of iffy. It makes me kind of think that it's not a going first build. I could be completely wrong. I didn't look at the players list, but I don't see why you'd be playing more than 40 and a going first. So I can't imagine that it's anything other than Imperm.
Oh, he's got
Okay.
TC huge here, huge. Not over though. The question is, do you attack next turn? Let's just assume Zilkit doesn't draw Ray, for instance, right? Do you attack next turn? I don't know. It's hard to say, because you want to sort of keep the winged beast. Although I guess you force your opponent to attack into you. Really interesting here. So he's gonna think on what to send. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, probably. Yeah, I would just send that as well. Okay. So, I guess it was TC Boo. That's pretty good in this.
It's interesting to see them on over 40 for sure, though.
Yeah. Over 40 with TC Boo.
Yeah, that's usually the biggest argument. It's like, hey, you're playing 3 TC Boo, but like, if you're not, it's not searchable. You know what I mean? So playing over 40 significantly reduces the chance that you're gonna open it.
Yeah, agreed. So this is. Let's see what Lampy could be thinking about here. He's got Nerfle on hand, which he can't summon. He could change this barrel to attack, but remember he's Xyz locked this turn, so it wouldn't really be wise. So he just passes here. I wonder what that last card in hand is. So best draw is Ray. We know basically DP access is gone. Can't he? He's gonna try to get Celestial. Okay. So here's the big hit, Nib. Oh, he got the Rose. That's a starter. Okay. The Celestial's gonna get sent to the grave. So he's under his own TC though, so he's not like over.
Yeah, so Do we just Hayate poke here? Is that the play?
Hayate poke. It's in a
Oh, he
prosperity
has
first.
cross.
Look for stuff. Okay, this I like this. This sort of there's some ideas here. He's gonna look for stuff. Yeah, but like that's interesting. Because I agree. Because yeah, he can't switch striker links. He can go into one striker link, but he can't
He's
switch
banishing 6, by the way, in striker.
6. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is common, but he's really looking for something. Um, is Hornet drones what he wants? Hornet drones would let him make like a link 2. We've got a bunch of hand traps and a ray. Now, I wonder if it was better to prosperity first. Because the cards go on the bottom as well, so you're like more likely to. I don't know. It's hard to say, but now it's close. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. But okay.
So he's gonna take the hand trap to be safe. I was thinking about the link play, but honestly, I assume at this point he banished all his link twos, like anything like Rite, plus the Celestials in grade 2, so I don't think anything would have been alive.
Yeah, agreed. So, okay, you might. It might be Shizuku actually. Yeah, Shizuku makes the most sense
Oh.
here because it gets a striker spell, and he can't switch. So I think this makes the most sense because Nerval is going to put pressure next turn because it technically can summon like maybe a double Dragon Lord to try to bounce the TC Boo here.
Yeah.
So that does make certainly some sense here. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what sort of Lampy needs here to have a chance in this duel. We know there's an imperm there, right? So that imperm is probably going to hit the Nerval. Let's see here. Let's see. We've certainly
I wonder what
got.
that one unknown can be too.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. I'm thinking maybe it's like part of the artifact package, perhaps. I don't know though. It's hard to say. It's like a big deck, so there could be a lot of different packages in it.
Oh, that's actually something I didn't think about. So maybe there's a good chance that they're playing over 40 to reduce the chance of seeing something like Scythe. That's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why. You know, the artifact package, they play a lot of stuff. Okay, here comes Nerval. He can't legally banish 4 because Shireg is also a winged beast. But he can banish 2 to try to go for double Dragon Lords here. So he's gonna go droplets, send Shizuku. Does that mean he has another starter in hand? Oh no, well, he has Ray. I mean, sorry, he has Engage. Is that the third spell?
Yeah.
That is third spell. Okay. So it's not. Oh, we know it's imperm. Oh, that's pretty good, right? Because I was thinking if I would have preferred to see the.
Imperm, right?
Well, it's hard to say because he wants to get the third spell, so I'm okay with the droplets. What I'm saying is like obviously the play now would be to link for Almirage exactly, and then go search like a Karis maybe, but he might just have to go for like a Fractal here. What he would really like is. Yeah, it's either Fractal or Karis. I'm not sure which one you go for here. Because if you summon Karis, you know it's just going to get impermed when you try to banish 4. We are seeing the Link Karibo instead of the Almirage. Which makes it's only bad if you draw a kit as your brick opening hand. Like you're like, damn, I can't even use this kit. But
yeah, that's interesting. You'd imagine they'd use Almirage because it's more versatile. Because like we talked about it earlier, but the extra space is so tight in that deck too.
yeah, it also has. I find the Almarge effect that stops like pops is a little bit more relevant too. But Link Creepo can be used more, so he's gonna go for Fractal. So yeah, it's hard to commit into a Karis here because you know that that's an imperm.
They can't even carry us here under Tikaboo. Oh wait, no, they can't. Wait, I'm tripping. I confused with something else. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And Karis would be good because it could summon the Shireg and out the Tikaboo. But
Yeah.
we know he has imperm. But now I think it's like it's Ash or bust basically because this engage has 3 spells in grave, and
Oh, it's going through. So it's gonna be tough.
yeah. So okay, here comes the engage. That's gonna get the raid. That's gonna draw a card. This is gonna be a double engage turn. That's gonna be a +4 or something like that. So get ready, get ready for the value here. We got Area 0 on raid, Chain Ray. think lots of Yugioh players have seen this combo many a time. Did
Oh, he didn't resolve to
did we
0.
even resolve the area 0?
No.
Oh, okay.
Awkward.
Uh, yeah, that was a little strange. Listen, if I was a striker player, I want the free card.
I think you got a little too excited there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he already declared it, so he sort of has to activate it here.
Hmm.
Bricks anyway, so not really much changed. I guess we know striker player is running Rhoda, Ash, and Droplets. Not really any great information for Lampy there. Really good idea to pay attention, by the way, to Area 0 reveals. You can learn stuff.
Yeah,
Sorry,
for
I'm
sure.
very nervous. Listen, it's okay. I know there's a lot of money on the line. A lot of money on the line here. Understandable nerves. Yeah, okay. So Lampy says, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch this engage. Draw another 4 more cards. Let's just go to the next game.
See, it's funny. Like literally before we started commentating this future match, I was like, "This matchup sucks for striker." Unless, of course, you open Tikaboo, then the matchup gets a lot easier.
Yeah, and two hand traps with a Tikaboo. And I gotta say, the Celestial was a hero. There's Celestial.
Yeah.
He was a hero.
Yeah.
He's like Ray, right? Because he's got 100 more attack and 100 less defense. But if you combine the two, it's still 3,000 total. So it's about and it's level 4 and it's dark and they're both warriors. I'm basically just saying they're the same card. And yeah, it's really that was a hero Celestial if I've ever seen one.
Celestial is Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Celestial is Bay. Okay, so game 2, we're probably gonna see Lampy go first again, but we're gonna see probably some backer removal now from the side deck. DD Crows, really great against the striker matchup. Get rid of that engage, and then also gets rid of DPE. But again, striker probably running a lot of hand traps, so it's gonna be tough to combo through them. If you can just get a decent board, if you just get that Apex Avion out, oh, that's where you want to be. You know,
see the same start here with Small World.
yeah, Small World. He probably doesn't have Nibiru in his deck though anymore.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be
I'd
something
imagine you
else.
side that out.
Oh, he's got the Alpha. Ooh, so okay, 3K. This is a beast. This still goes to Dynatherium. Interesting. So it's like a side deck card that goes into Dynatherium as well. I really got to take a look at Lampy's list after this. This is really interesting. Got the Alpha Master of Beasts. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna grab the Warbler again. It's like running 9 Warblers in your deck basically. But yeah, we'll have to see if Zilkia has the outs here. It's got Tenki, so we got Fractal Warbler here. The question though, the $1 million question is, do you send like a bird, right? Because then you're playing hard into Valor and Imperm. Now, if your hand's good enough, you don't really care. So he's gonna send the bird. He's just going for it. I like it. I don't care. $200 on the line, whatever. Oh, it's resolving. Here we go, folks. It's time. Let's combo. There's no droll. The only thing that you can get hit with at Nib, and at this point, Nib doesn't really. It's not enough. Which is crazy to say, but this is like the strongest opening I think probably in Yu-Gi-Oh right now if it resolves. Yeah. So, yep, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see the combo. So basically, you're gonna see 2 Recital Starlings. Gonna go into an F0. And we'll see how he wants to play the combo. I'm curious. There's many different variations of the combo, right? If you want to end with Oath, you're gonna have to get Kit at some point and banish 4 for Shireg, usually to search your Karis. But not everyone's doing that, and not everyone's running Oath. We'll have to see if Lampy is on the Oath. He's gonna go for Barrel Canary. Makes some sense here. If he gets interrupted, for example, with like an Imperm on the kit's pretty powerful, then he might get interrupted. We already know he has Nerve on his hand. He would have searched it if he didn't have it. So, okay, here it is.
I gotta ask you, because you play this deck a lot, if you're going first, turn 1, is there any point in getting the boost on the Recital?
I personally, I don't see a point. I just, people actually play Ghost Ogre, so turn 1, I always summon them in defense and never boost. This would be the point to Nib, but it looks like no Nib. So, okay, we are comboing here. Very optimal, detaching the Sapphire Swallow. I like to see this as well. If you detach Nerval, you play into DD Crow a little bit, right? Because you can chain DD Crow on the Nerval. Nerval won't get a search. So another correct play here. searching the Celeste makes sense. You're gonna want to special summon that off your Farrajet later in your combo to get another search. Here we go. Just don't forget your Nerval here. I do that sometimes, you know. It goes
There we
to the
go.
graveyard hiddenly, but he's gonna remember. Okay. So here comes the kit. So I think he might be going. It's hard to say. I never know if they're gonna go for like the Oath combo or not. But if they do banish 4, Imperm on kit is pretty nasty. However, he does have the what's it called? He does have the Barrel Canary in his hand, and so he could hit. He can keep one of these birds in his graveyard to keep the Barrel Canary alive. But yeah, Imperm here is good. So if you only have one Imperm and you're going up against full combo, this is where you should do it, basically. No Imperm,
It
though.
looks like he doesn't have it.
Looks
So
like, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Bear, sorry.
So I was just gonna say, from Zaliko, we saw turn one that he's main decking Droplet. Do you think that would be enough to break through the board, or no?
Well, I think what we're going to see is we're going to see an Oath, I think, because if you're going to banish 4 for the commit like this, you almost always have Oath. I do believe in Oath, especially if you're going to play Small World. Your combo is so consistent. You have it so
and we
often.
see it right there too.
Yeah, we see it right there. There comes the Oath. So, yep, this is just the full, it's just the whole shebang. It's not over. Like, for example, Droplet's TC Boo can work because, Oath can negate a Droplets. But a lot of the time, also, you still have to break the board, right, as a striker player, and that can be hard without Fusion Destiny. So we'll have to see. Yeah, this is just basically the full combo. He's gonna do that, put something back. Probably gonna go and use the Barrel Canary to even do the full combo. Like with the Ensemble, which I like because it's just good against Striker, and it makes another thing that they have to Droplet if they have it.
Try to find Zaliko's list here. I'm actually really curious what they maybe could have cited in here.
Okay, yeah, take a look at that there. Yeah, so we're gonna see the bird call. This one was searched off the barrel. Interesting that he goes for Cobalt here. That surprises me. I would have expected some more follow-up. But I guess he just wants to discard it with the Karis. That's fair enough. Okay, so if he's going to just discard it with the Karis, he's just like, okay, I just don't want this in my deck anymore. I want the third bird engraved. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Here comes a Nib. Oh my god, does he have Nib Imperm? Oh, wait a second. I mean, you have to negate with Future.
Yeah, he has to. There's no way.
Oh,
yep.
my god. No. Yeah, he did this at the right time. This is perfect. He doesn't have all 3 tri-types yet. You got to be careful. Right, you got to be careful. If you let that Karis resolve, this is a common mistake, but I think Zolki has played this really well. You got to be careful. Don't wait till the last moment to nib Imperm, because you can get your Imperm oathed once they have all 3 tri-types on the field. I think, luckily, he still has the Bouncer guy, but this is huge. Nib Imperm, I mean, that's exactly how you want to do it. As someone with Nib Imperm, that's exactly how you want to do it. There's just that moment. That moment is like the perfect moment, right before they Karis. So, wow. That's a pretty... that's pretty nasty, honestly. That's pretty nasty. I'm feeling for my heart is going out to Lampy right now as a fellow bird player. Just because, like, you can't do anything about it, really. You sort of just have to let it go. He's not... Okay, so interesting. Lampy's this is really interesting. He's decided I'm not going to use my barrel this turn. Right? I'm going to sort of save it for next turn. To hopefully get the value out of it. But basically, it's really a question of if Sulkia, like, just completely bricks, which Prosperity for 6.
Yeah, Prospers are going to probably fix any potential brick here for sure.
Yeah. So, there is Fusion Destiny. So, that's basically a starter. In this deck. And yep, so he's gonna add the Fusion Destiny. And we know that that's not Ash in hand, so this is gonna resolve unless that's Imperial Order. Which would be hilarious, but oof, and the Ray as well. Ow. Ow, this is gonna hurt. Zeke, banish the token. Oof. Painful to watch.
Not gonna lie, this is a lot better of a showing for Striker than I initially expected, especially in this matchup too. And
Yeah,
I'm looking at the players list right now, and it looks like they were really, really well prepared for like Trialers or just like I guess any board in general.
yeah. Nibiru has just been a killer today. I mean, it's probably it's basically in every deck right now. I feel like Nibiru, you just like have to play it. It's just so good. It's good against any like. I mean, look at this. This was the optimal board, and all you had to do is have an extra imperm, and boom, like
Mhm.
everything's broken. So, um, yeah, this is okay. Imperm on the Gagari. Okay, so it's not over, but it's looking bad. Like he needs like Nerval off the top here. Is what I'm saying. Like you need some crazy like Nerval off the top shenanigans here, right? You're gonna have to go Nerval, Shirag, force the DPE, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then probably then go the Barrel Canary to summon back Cobalt to add like a DD Crow and make it like a Zeus or something like that. So you're really hoping for probably a Nerval here. But it's not looking good for Lampy here. Not looking good for the birds.
The other thing that we know is Zalika kept in Tikabu's going second because we
Hmm.
saw it hit off the Pro. So there's a good chance that could be a Tikabu set right now, right
that's
there too.
that's true. That is very true. Let's see if you're right here. We're about to find out. Um,
Oh,
ah, God, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts to see.
looks like Res is fine, so I don't think that's Tikabu. I don't know if it matters because DPE pop and then
His res is fine, but this will go into the stuff that the thing that can't be popped.
Mhm.
Um, so not over. The problem is that like I just don't think Zeus is enough here. We know that's an engage in his hand, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna attack for 0. Um, yeah, attack for 0. Chain that. Don't chain draw.
How's
Ow.
everything?
Ow. Yeah, so not even gonna let his opponent get a Zeus. Dang. Yeah, this is. It has to be like Ash, and even Ash is probably not good enough because he's got Celestial Draw next turn as well. Um, but I think we're about to see the end here.
Think so too.
Mm-hmm. Set 2, Celestial Draw. DP can pop itself in the tanky to let the engage resolve. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. We're gonna pour out a cold one for Lampy, but we probably will see Zolkia in top 4. So Striker probably moving on to top 4. If Lampy wins this match, this game, it will be literally the greatest comeback I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how he can do it. I can't even think of a possible solution. But of course, it's not, if he concedes, there's no point because he's just gonna lose
Mhm.
anyway. It's not like he's saving time, so
Yeah.
you might as well
So
play it
like
out.
we brought it up at the beginning that Sword Soul 0% conversion rate, and for Striker we found on Discord that 5 players actually played Striker in the tournament. 2 of them converted to top 8, so it's actually insane showing for them.
Hmm. And yeah, it looks like Burst is about to be knocked out in top 8 as well. So, I don't think Lampy's feeling too bad. He's walking away from this event with a big plus for sure, a big plus.
Mhm.
Um, but it is it doesn't feel good. Let me put it that way. It doesn't feel good. Um, so now we see Engage. Somehow Azilkia had started this turn with 2 cards. Now he's got 5. Or 6. Here comes the DP back. Okay, here's like the last hurrah from Lampy here. Yeah, he's got the Shark Cannon, so there's no Barrel Canary tricks.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. The game is
The game is over.
gone.
The game is over. So congratulations to Zolkia. He's gonna move on. Here comes Barrel Canary target. Just Shark Cannon to Brown if you would like. He's gonna let it go. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's probably not even Xyz left to make. He's got
Yeah.
Ensemble. He's got Ensemble. So you probably just pop that. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do. Oh, does he have TC Boo here? You're thinking on the search. Thinking on the search. Droplets. Pitch Fusion Destiny. Yep. Makes sense. DP pop. Yep, makes sense. I forgot he couldn't use the Shark Cannon because of the DPE, but
Yeah.
okay.
So now all the striker spells are now live. Uh, I don't think there's any way Lappy can play through multiple interruptions here.
Yeah,
Not even one additional one.
And he can't even link summon anymore. Yeah. That's GG. He can normal this. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's the end of the game.
GG. Okay, so we're gonna see Zolkia. I don't know why I keep saying Zolkia. Man, now I understand why people mispronounce names like on stream so often. For some reason, it's hard to read. It's Zolika. He is going to be moving on to top 4, guys. We are going to probably look for another match to stream. We've still got 11 minutes left in the round. Let's take a look here and see if we can see if we got any matches left going on. We've got table 4, actually. We've got Maybe It's Destiny versus You Broke My Heart. We could head over there and take a look at how that's going on here. Maybe they're done. Oh, looks like maybe table 4 is done too. I don't see them.
Yeah, they're not in the game, unfortunately.
They're not in the game. So it looks like that is it. I'm gonna go take a look at the results for you guys, and we're gonna see sort of what we're gonna be seeing in top 4. So let me take a look for you guys on that here. Let's see. Let's look at the match results here. Okay, so let's go all the way to the present. Okay, so table 2. We had Julian win. I think that is Drytron. Although there was a Drytron mirror match on table 2, so I guess that makes sense. Table 1, Zoltan wins, and it looks like in our Dragon Link versus PK matchup, I think PK ended up winning. We have PK. I think there's a couple PKs still left. We have Striker, maybe another Striker. I don't know. Top 8 is done though, and I don't think there's no Dragon Link. No birds left, for sure. No, and we lost one Drytron player, so it might be like double Striker or double PK in the top 4, one or the other, which is kind of crazy, actually, to think about.
I'm still blown away by the fact that he's playing 46 in Striker. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy. But Prosperity is one heck of a drug, like that card is crazy. Top 8 was pretty quick. I think, Barry, this is where you're gonna leave us, which is really sad. I know
it's heartbreaking. I'm sorry.
I know we had a good time. I mean, we had some really cool matches. The last round of Swiss was fantastic. Top 8, it was tough to see. It was like watching a heartbreak unfold before you.
Maybe for you because you play Bird, but I was rooting for the Striker play the entire time.
Okay, so it was like the love story then. The love story.
That was like the revenge game for all the times I suffered at locals, like the last 2 weeks playing against Bird. That was the revenge game.
That was the revenge game. Okay. Well, thank you guys all for watching. We will be back very shortly. Top 4 is about to start. Don't go anywhere. Say thank you to Bear. Go subscribe to Barracks Bear. And we will see you for top 4. The pairings are about to be posted, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right. Okay, so we're back from our short break here with a new face. We've got Golden Nova Yugioh back in the booth for us for top 4. It's getting exciting, isn't it? It's getting exciting. We got money on the line, folks. Money on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, we're back here with the 46 card striker deck. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, we're here with the 46 card striker. We saw Zalika last round. Just beat birds into the ground. It was sad for me to see. But happy if you're a striker fan and you don't like birds. It was a pretty rough beating, honestly. But on the other hand, we've got B2 Beatrice, who I believe is on Drytron. And I think we saw a crazy game yesterday that ended with a top deck Nova that just went crazy against Striker itself, in fact.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be an interesting match. I think a lot of it will come down to the dice roll. And I don't know who won the dice roll. And it looks like...
Well, no matter what, the level 1 deck is going to... Oh, never mind. This isn't Lyrilisk versus Drytron. This is Sky Striker versus Drytron. Don't worry about the level 1 joke. It didn't matter.
Okay, so we're going to see... let's see. Is there Fusion Destiny? That's the $1 million question. No. No Fusion Destiny, no Ray. You're about as happy as you can be as BTO Beatrice here, losing a dice roll. Okay. You can take a deep breath.
What's the worst that set card could be? A Widow Anchor?
Probably the worst. Well, there's also TC Boo. We saw last round that Zalika's on TC Boo.
Yeah.
That would not be fun. We have Bear in the chat saying, "Let's go Striker." What's your sentiment? Who are you rooting for here, Nova? What's your favorite?
I don't know how anyone can get behind the militarized industrial military complex of Sky Strikers. Drytron is literally mecha dragons. I don't know how you can vote for anything else.
Agreed. The military industrial complex, a terrible thing. And, now that they've dressed it up as cute girls, everyone thinks it's okay, right? But no, we're not falling for that, Konami. Okay, well, actually, a lot of people are falling for it. But
first it was streaming on Twitch, now it's making waifus. What end will they not go to?
Exactly. But we do see you don't ever want to hear this Alpha Tribute Ben 10. I never want to hear that again in my life, but I've heard it here.
Music.
Yeah.
Music to my ears.
We've got Alpha. The Ben 10 is about to resolve here. And we'll have to see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. This is going to go Diviner.
Ooh, yes!
I like Diviner here. He might go Diviner, just try to pop the back row. Which...
Has there ever been, a stronger engine card than Diviner of the Heralds? I don't think they make anything at that power level anymore.
Yeah, I think the only card that I would think of that's stronger is a card by the name of Sky Striker Mobilize Engage.
What? I don't talk about.
only other card I think is stronger. But okay, here we go. I mean, depending on his hand, he might go NTSS Pop here. He doesn't have to because he could go Nightmare Phoenix Pop as well, depending on how he wants to sort of keep his board going. It's hard to say. Hard to say what he will do here.
What are we sending is the question.
Yeah, so will we see NTSS? Will we see Herald? Okay, Herald. We're going to see the Herald.
Ooh, we're extending.
He's like, you know what? I don't think that's TC Boo. Or I have a plan for it. That's probably one or the other. He probably has a plan for it, honestly. Rez, no droll. Okay. Link 2. Are we going to see a Phoenix here? The answer is, Simon says... Whoa!
Are you... What? Okay.
F.A. Dawn Dragster. Whoa. That is cool.
Wow, incredible.
That is so cool.
So what could that mean? Does that mean that Beatrice basically has everything on lock in hand? They're just getting the extra insulation?
Yeah, well, also it's just it's a way to negate spell and traps without having to pitch a card from hand. That is so cool. I've never seen that before. Okay, we're going to go now. Meteos, Drytron, pitch Gamma, summon back the Ben 10. Asking on Rez if anything.
Good.
So good, yeah. And this is going to negate a spell and trap on the next turn, too. This game will probably go farther than this turn. So really, it's Nibiru or bust, is how I always see this now. It's Nibiru or bust. This is so cool though. I've never seen that level. That makes sense though. So here's the TC Boo. Yeah,
and now it's no. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is like one of the scary parts of not going for that NTSS earlier. You know, like
yeah, the negation long term versus the short term knowing it's gonna
resolve.
Anything.
Yeah. I mean, he might not play it. Oh, but he's gonna change up.
Shut
Huge
up.
play. The Valor will not resolve. That TC Boot will be negated. Let me just double check. Let me make sure that this works here. Okay, let's read this. If this card, each time a spell or trap card is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1 once per turn. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card by quick effect, you can reduce this level by 2. Yeah, so it's already been reduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Or is it just cost?
Wait, it's not cost. Once per turn, quick effect, you can reduce this level by 2. I don't think that works.
And if you,
I don't think
right.
that works. We might need to get a judge in here. My careful reading of FA Don Dragster, you didn't reduce level by 2 because you sent it off droplets. He would have had to. Yeah, I don't think that works. So
yeah,
you know,
there we go.
My spidey senses are
hopefully
tingling.
That's the pause.
You know, my spidey senses are tingling. And we've got Swarm Host User. Wow, that guy. That's a gray name. You know the gray name on Dueling Book. Those guys are serious. You know.
Oh yeah, they're always talking about steel swarms.
Yeah.
Evil swarms, swarm of scarabs. It's all they're on about.
Exactly. So we're gonna see, you know, that's why I was really rooting for the NTSS to be sent. But I also know that Zolika is on TC Boo, which changes the whole game because you know I know that he's playing TC Boo. But I think we're probably seeing a pause for this reason. We're gonna find out that actually that TC Boo is not negated. So.
Well, you love problem-solving card text. On the one hand, it's great to have a unified code that shows us how cards work. On the other hand, how do you read all of Crime and Punishment to understand how a card works?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the correction here. We've got the correction. Chainlink 1 TCB, Chainlink 2 Droplet, Chainlink 3, or Chainlink 2 Dragster, Chainlink 3 Valor, Chainlink 4 Droplet. Yes. Yeah. So this doesn't quite work. Yeah, it's true. This doesn't quite work. If it reduced by cost, it would.
Yeah, whole other story.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's been caught. I don't know if I might have triggered this catch. We've got judges watching these games probably, so you know I might not be the only one that noticed that. I like to think that I'm the only one that noticed that.
Oh, shout out to the judge crews, man! Once again, doing some excellent jobs out there. Having to handle a lot of very intricate knowledge. We wouldn't have these tournaments without you folks.
So, yes, thank you to the judges. Okay, it's not over. You know, we still might be able to get a Phoenix out on the board somehow. Although we already got the normal summon, so it would have to be Gamma on. Gamma.
And thankfully, because Ben 10 destroyed Shizuku, they can burn their opponent for Shizuku's defense. What's half of Link 1? Or what's the original defense of Link 1?
That's a good question.
I go with math.
That's a good question. I didn't even know it had that effect. I have no idea. Because we're going to go Gamma Tribute Ben 10. Ben 10 effect. It's going to be another Diviner of the Heralds here. It's probably going to have to go for NTSS. It's going to go for Ava. That's interesting. Does he have a way to discard this? Okay, so he's gonna go Medionis, Chain Nibiru. So he did have the Nibiru the whole time.
Okay.
This is.
I guess you do want to do it now before the Ben 10 is actually on the field, so you don't inadvertently give your opponent advantage.
Right, and he also might not be able to actually summon this Ben 10 because of needing the Gamma to actually have enough to summon it. So it's just gonna be a pass.
Ooh.
Wow, sets 1 passes. Yeah, so. That's Nibiru for you. He goes with Area 0 off the top here. Can he send his own Nibiru? He cannot send it. He cannot send his own Nibiru. The whiff.
Ooh, get him out of here.
The whiff. Now, I'm wondering if BTO Beatrice has another the Diviner of the Heralds in his hand, because That's what I would have prioritized off Ben 10 to get out from under this TC Boo. Not sure on that matter. He's thinking here, if he has a normal summon, he can still go DPE, which is huge. I don't know what that set is. If I had to guess, it might be like Called by the Grave. I don't know what Drytron would set into a striker board. Like, I'd be terrified to set into a striker board. Sorry,
now, let me check the grave here.
Yeah, what do you think it is? Because I think you were about to offer a suggestion to what you thought it was in the grave.
I was trying to think, because I was going back last turn and be all like, they ran over the Shizuku, but I thought we might see a Ray, but only we have Rosengrave, so that was a safer get rid of. The Call by the Grave would stop more Ray shenanigans, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment.
It could be another
Called by
droplet.
feels like it's the only thing that could possibly be.
Yeah, it could be another droplet, because we know they run droplet. But it's really interesting here. Okay, so this is where I think, this is where it would be nice to have that Diviner of the Heralds to maybe get out from under that TC Boo. But again, we should try to pull up Beatrice's deck list. I don't know if he runs... Some people don't run NTSS. They just don't run it. Which would change things a lot here.
It's free... hello. Oh,
okay.
Thubin, okay.
Yeah, so this is Alpha attributing ultimateness. Right, so this is his line to get back into the game. He needs to go Ritual Spell to get a Fairy and a Machine on the field to be able to make Phoenix, right? He's going to want to go Phoenix pitch Ava, because we know he has the Ava in his hand. The Ava will be able to, just keep the combos continuing, right? Okay, but Zolika probably has some hand traps in that hand of his. So we're going to probably see either a Natasha or the other Cyber Angel. I'm blanking on its name right now.
Idaten.
Idaten, that's what it is, right. So here comes Meteonis, adds back the Alpha. Now, does he have enough stuff to tribute where he doesn't have to use the Alpha on his field?
Man, Invocation is my favorite ritual spell. It's so strong.
Yes, that Meteonis Drytron is just a crazy card. It's actually just insane, and seeing it bounced back to your hand 5 times in a turn with like Edaton and its own effect, you're like, you know what, this can't be right, but it is. So,
there has to be some like semicolon somewhere that makes this effect not work, but tournaments again and again have shown that is not the case.
Exactly. Okay, so this is good. We're gonna see Linkuriboh. This works as well. This will go because Linkuriboh is a Cyberse. Chain Go spell on the Gamma. It depends on
because
his
deck or grave. Sorry.
Yeah, but he still has a normal summon here. He still has a normal summon, I don't believe.
At the very least, he can always just normal summon the Eva to get the trigger, right?
Right, he could normal summon the Eva to get the trigger. That's what I'm thinking as well here. It's not particularly over. He could normal summon Eva to get the trigger here. The question is that like another Veiler in his hand? Actually, you could go... No, that doesn't work. No, I don't know what I'm thinking here. Of course, if Veiler doesn't care about chain links. I was about to say you could chain block the Phoenix, but that doesn't do anything. Oh!
Yeah.
So we have the Ritual spell. He has a Natasha. Well, that's huge. Natasha is huge here. I guess he didn't want to gain 150 life points. Oh, there we go.
So, like, there's tons of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That have, like, that secret third effect that no one ever uses. I feel like the life point one is for Natasha. When you have a Snatch Steal on a body, everything else just feels irrelevant.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if you are one of those, like, Drytron players, you just point at Natasha every time it's summoned. I want to use the effect. I think she can target herself, too.
I want to win in time.
Okay, here it comes. He's just going to take the nib now. And this actually might just be game. He's got out from under the TC Boo. So
there we go.
He's gaining some life points. 3k to the half its attack. Do you really gain 3,000?
A bit too much, but
yeah.
It's fine. Maybe they're making up for the fact that they didn't do it previously, but I don't think that's allowed.
Yeah, I think maybe a typo there. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the 3,000 life points. It probably doesn't matter, but
of course, there's also a lot of instances where players at higher levels of competition will just like agree that like to make things go faster, these would have happened anyway.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Although the math doesn't check out because it would still only be 2,000 max. The game has been paused. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but okay. we've got at least a Link 4. That's at least access
Oh.
code. That's 4,300 at the minimum. Okay, now we've lost
Okay,
the
all
1,500
fixed.
life points. Fix that up real quick. So yeah, what goes on here? Now, it depends on what the last card is. Again, Nib is the big thing. So he could go Appaloosa. Appaloosa is an option here to play around Nib. Try to go for an OTK with an Appaloosa plus like access code, perhaps. But he probably needs a couple more Drytrons in his grave. He already used Alpha, already used Gamma, so nothing is happening there. I believe he didn't. Did he normal summon? I actually don't believe he normal summoned yet. But
I'm not seeing anything that would. Yeah, I don't see anything that would show that he's normal. That
yeah,
they've
because we
normal
went
summoned
Link
yet,
Rebo
so-
and we went for a ritual spell on Natasha attributing Draconoids. I don't think that happened. Here comes Unicorn. Okay, I like this. Even if you get nibbed, there's no area 0 left. So he might just go bang in there
Nice.
for 5,500. Yeah, I think I like that. Of course, you know, this leaves you open to top decks. Like it's not over yet, right? Fusion Destiny, Ray, Engage, some good top decks. Pot of Prosperity is a good one that we know Zilliqa is playing. So not
yeah,
over
out
yet.
of all the cards in Sky Striker's arsenal, the scariest one is the top card of their deck. Hands down.
Exactly. You can't play around it. We know the card in his hand is probably not the most useful. But the one he just drew, who knows? Oh wait, we knew it was Engaged. Sorry,
Oh my
of course.
god! Are you
of
at
course.
bonus? Are we
I'm
at
just
bonus
stupid.
effects? Oh, we're not though.
I'm stupid.
Interesting.
You know, it just came with Shizuku. I'm just stupid.
Oh,
He
okay.
searched it on the first turn. I forgot about that. I don't know what I was thinking. The reason he couldn't use it last turn is because he couldn't get the nib off the field, which was huge.
Yeah.
So it's just me being stupid, honestly.
When are we gonna get the Link Rebo for level 11s? Come on, get on this.
Exactly. So okay, but I mean, Engage here is not. I mean, it's good, but not broken. It goes after burners. Interesting. So he must have a Ray in his hand. I just don't see how you would not. Oh, he has a Rose, so he can pop the. Oh, he's popping the Unicorn. Gonna summon back the Rose.
Oh, kidding me.
That works.
That's
That does
so
work.
good.
I forgot about that. See, you know, this is why I don't play Sky Striker, guys. There's just too many. You know, I just summon Grand Manju attack, and worry about that. Okay, so Kagari gets engaged. So basically, but he does have the droplets, right? So it was the droplets.
Oh.
But what do you send here? You probably send Nibiru. Yeah, you send a Nibiru. SS Engage says, "Do you?"
Oh
mean
no!
Link
Watch
Spider?
out! It's 750.
He was talking about the Link Spider when you were asking if there's Link Rebo for level 11s. He's asking if you mean Link Spider. We got it in the chat here, which, you know, Link Spider does get rid of level 11 tokens. True.
Okay, you know what? You got me by purposely misreading what I meant. You got it, and I got to give it to you. Whole
True.
debate tournaments have been won on that, so I can't argue.
Now, if this Kagari attacks, quick question, Nova, how much attack would it have?
Oh, well, it's
Pop
under
quiz.
droplets, right?
Yeah, it was under droplets.
So I'm under the impression that it's 750.
No, actually, it would have been 1,700 halved. Ruling
Oh,
craziness.
okay, because Kagari. Okay.
Because droplets freezes the attack.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, quick
Got it.
ruling
Okay. Mhm.
knowledge. Quick ruling knowledge. There you go.
All right, next time I'm talking with Coder, I'll be a bit stronger.
Exactly. You can't get tricked on that. Okay, Shizuku. So, okay, again, not the worst here. He might go for a Shark Cannon here. Try to get rid of one of these Drytrons. Yep, here comes the Shark Cannon.
Hey.
It's gonna have to get rid of one of these Drytrons here, or maybe the Natasha, because Natasha is gonna just be games. Actually, I think he has to go for Natasha. I actually don't think it's a choice in the matter. Has to pick.
Oh, yeah, Natasha's such a strong just play out of the game card if you have access to it.
Yep, he has to go Natasha here. Okay, so Natasha's gone.
Okay.
Remember we had this situation yesterday. We have Striker versus Drytron. It all comes down to the top deck. Is it something he can tribute his Drytrons for?
Come on.
Dun, dun,
Oh.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh, look at the extra.
Looking at the extra. This has been a great match, honestly, already. Been a
It's
great
incredible.
match.
Love watching some high level Yu-Gi-Oh and seeing and there's the concession.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for in the meantime. I'm gonna go look for the deck lists here because I want to know if there was an NTSS in his extra deck. But yeah, it's oof, crazy.
Ooh.
Crazy. So, okay, Drytron's gonna get to go first, game 2 though. I still can't find the deck list. I gotta go look where I gotta go search up for it. But we're gonna see game 2 here. Drytron's gonna get to go first. Now, again, we know that there's a lot of hand traps in Zolika's deck. So pretty huge here. Okay, but we got prep into Benton into Droll.
Droll.
Oh, but tactics. He's looking at the hand. That's huge.
Ooh.
That's huge. He's looking at the hand. That's huge. Because, you know, if he can make somewhat of a play here, like DPE, he gets rid of the starter. Okay, so Rose is to deck. He's going to type out the other 3 cards. Valor, Celestial, Nib. Okay, so see, this is huge, right? Now, but the problem is...
Oh, wow, yeah.
Celestial, you know, he can just pass here and just hope he doesn't get a starter. It goes set 1 pass. Yeah, this is the power of tactics here. It's sort of like, okay, well, if you're going to skip my turn, I'm going to try to skip your turn, sort of thing.
Yeah. Lingering floodgate effect, huh? That's cute. Anyway, triple tack.
Okay, so I don't know what this pause is for. Is he mad that he wrote out the hand? It's definitely maybe.
Oh, like a note-taking thing?
Yeah, the thing on Dueling Blinks, you can't stop that because it automatically takes notes. Like, for example, you can just point at all the cards in your opponent's hand. Like, you can just, like, target them, and you'll know them forever. But...
Yeah, that's another one of those weird things where, like, you're never going to have a one-to-one approximation of what playing in paper Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on simulators like this.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. You have to allow it because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, I mean, okay, if you don't allow it in the client, what, you're going to stop someone from taking a screenshot? Like, you know, it's just too hard to police.
Like, how do you enforce that exactly?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I do think that note-taking should be allowed.
I agree, too. Oh, and he top decks Prosperity into Ray. Oh,
there we go.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that was a good top deck.
Remember 5 seconds ago when we were like, oh man, we can hope that they don't draw into a starter against the Sky Striker deck. How foolish we were.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. This is maybe a droplet.
I have 9 starters and 3 cards that find more starters.
Okay, so the question is, do you droplets this? If you have it. It's half damage because of Prosperity.
All right.
Sends Shark Cannon. Okay, so he's going to get the end phase engage. Yeah, so this is the classic protect your engage sort of thing. Droplets here. Okay.
Now it's trapped in the grave, so you can't get to it.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I might have preferred a droplets on the attack of Hayate. Saves you a bit of damage, plus 1 less spell engrave, but I mean, engage goes to hand either way. But
that's her.
Mm-hmm. Especially because you know their entire hand, right? Obviously, it's safer to go droplets on Kankari if you don't know their entire hand, but you do. So, there's that. But let's see here. So, he's got a Gamma. We know he prepped for Benten, so is it going to be Gamma from the grave here? It is going to be Gamma from the grave. There is no response for this. So, okay, this is BTO Beatrice's turn. He knows about Valor, right? That's what he's got to play around. How much can he do against a Valor? Actually, he has Nib as well. Sorry, we have Valor, Celestial, and Nib. So he's got to play around a lot of things. I mean, geez, like 1 hand trap, doable. 2, it's always like, oh, it's an upward battle.
Yeah.
You know, especially against
and
Striker.
We're not privy to the 4th card in hand, right?
No,
no, they searched it with Shidoku.
Yeah, we know every card. Okay. Yeah, so
they have just 1 Valor to contend with, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting here.
And that's not going to do much against the small Drytrons because their additional effects activate as part of their summoning, right?
They do, but it will stop something like a Diviner of the Heralds. Yep.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't know if I like this though, because now I would have saved my Veiler for the DPE actually, because look at this. Now you let him go DP in 4 summons here. Again, it's still not good, but like
it's like the choice, lesser of two evils kind of deal.
Right. You know that B2O knows that you have Nib in your hand, right? So I mean, maybe he just tries to get it out this turn, but he's got to survive the engage next turn, right? And that extra spell might really come up this next turn, which is why I might have preferred a Droplets on the Hayate the previous turn.
Yeah, more spells engraved means more bonus effects, which is not where you want your striker player to be at. So we're kind of in a situation where like the Effect Veiler might have seemed like the correct choice, but because you pulled the trigger on it too quickly, they didn't get a chance to extend into a Nibiru.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay.
But no Anaconda.
I thought. I might be mistaking. There must be a different Drytron. He might not run Anaconda, actually. I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we might be confused here. We've seen some Drytron players with and without it. I think actually that's right. We spectated a Drytron player earlier today that was running the DP package. I don't think BTO Beatrice is actually. But now this engage is just going to take over the game. I mean, it's going to grab a spell that he can activate, probably a Shark Cannon.
Oh, gross.
And then he'll just be able to get it back and then go for an engage for a draw as well. So, yeah, this is, I mean, Zalika.
Oh, the module.
Oh, he's going for the multi-roll. Oh, no. Hate to see that as well. I guess that's probably just as good.
Yeah, that's when the game is over. When your opponent's confident enough in their state that they can be all like, yes, I'm going to get a card that does nothing now, and then Spellbook of Judgments me later, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, it's not looking good. He can maybe steal for a DPE play here with the Widow Anchor. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. It's amazing. 1 prosperity. This is 1 ray, by the way. Change the entire outcome of this game. It's actually crazy how much of a difference 1 card can make. And that's the power of prosperity for you. It gets you what you need.
Oh man, the power of prosperity does sound like an episode of the anime.
The power of prosperity. Yes. Agreed.
And then they're getting linkage in a few months. Like, what is going to stop Striker from taking over the game at that point?
That's a great question. I don't know. That card is pretty good. It lets them do so much damage in 1 turn. It's like actually insane.
Which used to be like the weakness of the archetype. You couldn't just OTK out of nowhere without a very specific setup. Now linkage does it for you, and it dodges things like these Effect Veilers we've been seeing all tournament.
Yep. So we're gonna see another Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon, banish probably either Gamma or Ben 10. Wow, he's gonna go for Gamma. That's confidence right there. And yep, here we go. We have Nicholas Otis says, "I'll defeat the power of prosperity and this mech suit I found." I'll defeat it with the power of prosperity. Yeah.
It's mech suit.
Yeah, I don't know how the mech suit and the prosperity look. They don't look quite right together. The mech suits and the prosperity. Like it's a little bit odd.
I don't think this is a regulation power source. You can't put a vase with 2 faces on here like that. That ain't kosher.
Yeah, but okay. So he's gonna normal summon Eva. Okay, so what is the plan here? I'm just trying to think of a way that BTO can get back into this game.
We Widow Anchor the Eva.
Yeah, he might Widow Anchor the Eva here. Then you could go Battle Phase Crash to just still trigger the Eva. But then you lose your Diviner, so it's...
Yeah.
It's
not a clean out, but it's certainly one of those lesser of 2 evil kind of situations. Like, letting them link 2 and getting Eva seems like a pretty bad deal.
So, I mean, Yep. Okay, so your play coming through.
Oh
Gonna
my
take
gosh,
it.
I didn't think I'd predict anything in a striker matchup. That shouldn't happen.
Well, I think it's the right play. I mean, okay, if he goes battle phase, I mean, like that means you're guaranteed another turn, so you're gonna win probably either way. Because the Eve just can't get. Oh, it's not gonna work either. There's Shizuku lowering Diviner attack. Yeah.
Oh,
so that
you're
doesn't really
right.
work.
Oh, right.
I think maybe BTO talking about the same
wow.
thing, but that doesn't work. So end phase gonna set back the Widow Anchor,
And
and
you just get it back. Oh my god.
yeah. So
I feel like I'm back in toss format right now. Just
Yeah.
watching the hope slowly drain from your opponent as strikers like set 1,
yeah,
activate 2 for 1 again.
and BTO you can't really concede either because like there's no benefit to you conceding. Like if you
No.
concede, you lost the game anyway. That you're not saving any time, so sort of just have to play it out. We have Theos has banned the Sky Striker deck. Listen, Theo, I wouldn't disagree with you, but that would make a lot of people not happy. That would make a lot of Striker fans not happy. But I don't disagree with you because I never like losing to Striker, especially like this.
It's like the worst part of losing to a stall or burn deck, but like you can't tell that to your opponent because they're playing cards. They're doing things, but the spirit is there.
I like though how we have in our Twitch chat the exact opposite, saying it's nice to see Drytron getting bullied. So you can see like the dichotomy of the Yu-Gi-Oh players' opinions here. One's like, oh,
Wait,
I hate Striker. Other one's like, it's the most.
Are you telling me that the community is not some unchanging monolith that has singular opinions? What?
No, I wouldn't be suggesting blasphemy like that. I would not suggest blasphemy like that. Oh, and look at this. This is just like. All right. Well, I'm not gonna let you trigger your Ava. I'll go Zeke banish it.
Oh my gosh!
To slowly grind you down.
Just another item in their long, enormous toolbox of specific answers to a variety of decks.
Yeah. It's.
You have things on field that'll trigger if I destroy them, Zeke them out of the board. You have a bigger monster than me, Zeke and I gain a giant attack boost. You have a big wall of defense, attack directly with Hayate.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Here comes the Rose. They're gonna go swinging in here for 3K. Yep, we're gonna see 3K. Maybe see a DPA main phase 2. But he's gonna use Zeke to gain
And
attack.
make it big.
Okay, so 2,500 Zeke here. Sky Striker has a very good matchup into Drytron. That's the only reason it appears so commanding here. Sky Striker does have a good Drytron matchup. So we got the Sky Striker defenders.
Well, then
here.
what?
Sorry, go ahead, Noah.
Well, then the opposite question is, what is Striker's bad matchup this format?
That's a good question.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean,
it seems commanding in this game, like it is in every game.
It's a good question. It's a good question. We have some people saying, well, do you ever feel oppressed by the deck turn 1? Which is like, maybe not really, but I think that's part of the fun of Striker, right? You don't drain the hope out of your opponent that quickly. You let them think they have a chance, and then you drain the hope out of them.
Yeah, you let them marinate a little bit, and then you flip the Widow Anchor.
Exactly. So okay,
Mwah.
we got Alpha trying its best here. It's a Drytron name, so not bad. Rez. BTO still got his good habits going. Asking for Rez, I commend him for that. That's pretty impressive. Here comes Link Karibo. To stall against that Zeke.
Getting to use that zone from Zeke. Ooh. Uh-oh.
We got the best comment I think so far. The only thing Striker loses to is itself when it doesn't draw Ray, which
now that you can't argue with that.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. So that is probably true. But I have to respect BTO Beatrice. Like this is like the kind of mentality you need to do really well at these tournaments. To no matter the situation, no matter what situation you're in, you're always thinking about how you can win. Like always, which is that's the kind of like mindset you really need to do well here. So,
and I want to acknowledge how hard it can be to get out of that. I've suffered from like being really dejected at tournaments from like losing key plays and stuff and playing worse because of that. But yeah, if you can figure out ways to mitigate those feelings, you will find that you do better in tournaments, because the only way that you're going to win is by believing yourself and actually looking for solutions instead of like wallowing in that self-deprecation.
Agreed. Yeah, it's like almost like detaching yourself from the actual game that's happening. It's like what happens doesn't affect you. You're just trying to play to, you're just trying to, move these pieces to generate a win. They're asking right now about whether Ava goes in attack or defense. It does come back in attack. You don't get to choose. It's not like a special summon back. It's very strange. I will say the rulings about stuff banishing and then coming back, they don't make any sense to me.
Nope. They're completely unintuitive. It's ridiculous. Because like Ava, a card like that still like what remembers how it was summoned even though it left the field, right?
Right, exactly. So it's like, okay, so it's weird because in Yu-Gi-Oh, like when a card changes location, usually it's considered a different card. But not really when it comes to banish and then return. So it's a little confusing. Zeke is now, what, 3,500? Here comes Engage. And I think we might be seeing this probably is the last turn of the duel here.
Wait, did they send the modules with its own effect to make sure that the spell's resolved?
No. I think it sent with Zeke, actually.
Zeke, okay.
Yeah, he sent with Zeke. I don't even think... Yeah. So Zeke sent the multi-roll. Gonna take the Ava again. Gonna use Ava to go into Link Karibo, probably. Okay, so he got Celestial at 3,500 Zeke. Ava into Link Karibo. Yep, this should probably do it.
Oh, yeah, because, like...
We see the
All
GGs.
right.
We see the GGs. And that means Zalika 18 will be moving to the finals with Sky Striker. B2 Beatrice still getting a pretty good payout himself. I think it's at least $200. I think it's more than $200, at least. So someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have the thing right in front of me. Okay, let's see if the other finals match is still going on, shall we? I think it is. So do you want to head over? We're going to watch Kurt Cobain and You Broke My Heart in the PK Mirror match. See if that's still going.
Oh my goodness.
This one's still going.
I didn't know they came back just to play. Oh, this board looks heinous.
Oh my gosh. What do we walk in on? This is like when you walked in on something you're not supposed to be seeing. This is okay. We've got 60 cards, Mystic Mine on the board. It is currently You Broke My Heart's turn. I am not sure what is... Okay, trying to analyze this here. He sets one.
Okay, so this is PK versus PK.
This is PK versus PK. He's going to go Fusion Destiny. He's committing to playing here?
Wow.
It's surprising, actually, to me. Okay, so he can get rid of his opponent's DPE here, because he can go DP, pop his DPE, pop his opponent's DPE. That DP can't activate. The problem, though, is his DP is going to come back. Is he going to DP pop his set and itself to sort of keep the Anaconda on the field? Like, this is what I'm really interested in here, right? Because it's close. It's really close here, right? Because DP is going to pop DPE. Kurt's DP can't trigger because there will be no monsters on the field.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen in the next standby phase is what I'm really curious about here. Yep, so, right, Kurt can't use DP Graveyard, but You Broke My Heart can. He's going to pass.
Such a big brain play. I that would have gone right over my head, but the fact that Mystic Mine has no limits, once again, deciding entire duels.
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go standby phase DP. Now, what does he pop here? You could also pop the Anaconda as an actual viable option. And force basically, but it lets the Celestial resolve. So okay, he's gonna go DPE, pop himself.
E-Telly.
Yeah, and on his turn, he might go Mystic. He might go DP, pop Mystic Mine. However, if that's a Fog Blade, which it's possible that that's a Fog Blade, right? But yeah,
Could be.
so standby phase. Here comes DP.
Oh my god.
What are we gonna see here? He's gonna summon that DP. Okay. Now, does he use this DP effect and try to get rid of the back row? If he uses DP effect though, and Fogblade would be the best draw here, because it's probably gonna force that Mystic Mind to get off the field.
So we can finally see some gameplay.
Yes. So, yep, he's gonna let it go. It's gonna be Call by the Grave. Whoa. Okay, well, I technically probably would have chained it, but like on Denier, okay.
Pretty stellar pick. Getting rid of the malicious does something, but Denier is like the infinite recycler for that. So getting that out of contention is about the best you can get off that.
So I guess you pop the Vertane now instead. It gives you 500 damage. Yeah, you pop the Vertane instead. That's time in the round, by the way.
Yeah, on top of everything else, on top of the incredible fusion material, on top of being a quick effect, it also does not target.
Right, does not target, which is, yeah, it's huge. Now, is he going to go pop mine, still pop the Call By, or is he going to pop this Verte? That's what I'm confused about here. Because you can pop Call By the Grave, but...
Yeah, it's still a valid target, but like, why would you not hit the... Huh.
Okay, I guess. I mean, it's only 100 damage. It's literally no difference. But, I mean, 100 damage is 100 damage. Actually, it's actually 300 damage.
Well, a little more than that, because
there's only one malicious.
Do that, but
only one malicious. Actually, so it should be 2200, I believe, not 23. I think they got the numbers mixed up. Now he normal summons Tour Guide. Ready? Set. No, he doesn't have it, I don't think, because he would have normaled it earlier.
Yeah, there's like... It's so oppressive, man. Like, I'm glad it's in the format. It's really cool. I like how games turn out around them, but like, just in a vacuum, man, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer just does not let up.
We got a question. Are they playing until end of phase or using turn counts? They're using turn counts. So we're going to get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but the problem here is we've got Fogblades, and Dasher Celestial. So can Phoenix Enforcer stop that?
We can get the 2 cards out of hand, and then we're playing with actually a huge pool of cards here, but that is very dependent.
Okay, so here comes Fogblade. Fogblade going on Rusty. Makes sense.
Solid. Does kind of demand an answer, though, but since You Broke My Heart is in a commanding life point position, he actually doesn't need to do much to just clinch the win here. So triggering the DP now might not be a good idea.
Right. Unfortunately, Kurt's going to get 2 turns, I believe, because... I don't know what turn we're called, but even if yeah, he's getting at least 2 turns. This is going to be only one of his 2 turns. I don't even know if there's, do you think there's a third Fogblade in deck? That's like the $1 million question. Does he have something he can set? Probably. With the wings, maybe, I'm thinking. At least has a wings left, right? He went first, I think. Probably. I don't know who went first this game. But is he going to say okay here? The $1 million question. Is okay.
Wings,
yeah.
God, if Wings was on the board, that would actually be incredible because you can hit whatever you feel would be your worst target versus DPE, and it actually survives that. But unless Rusty goes to set that now, and then it somehow becomes relevant next turn, that's not going to factor in.
He thinks he has the third fog. Okay, he has the Fogblade. I would imagine he have like a wings too, maybe. So he has targets.
Yeah.
Says. Hits him with the Ash. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, well, forget everything I just said. Now I have to find something. Oh.
Droplets, Nib, Dasher Celestial. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, gets the hand out. Okay, cool.
Yep. Oh,
And there we go, off the top, baby.
oh my god.
You love to see it.
Oh no. Tour guide into tour guide. That's link material there at the very least. I mean, it's not over. It's not Cherubini. Cherubini's already been used. Okay, but it's. What is it here? What can they do? I mean, it's not actually. It wasn't as good as I thought it was. What are we gonna go for here? What are we gonna go for here? Oh, I see. We've already got a wings banished. Okay.
Okay, that's probably the only wings they play. I don't know anyone who plays multiple wings in their list.
Yeah, so 1 wings, 1 fog blade banished. Yeah, so maybe he has the fog blade in deck. His third fog blade. Okay, let's go on Levier.
Yeah. All right.
So this
Get the torn scales.
This DP's at what? 1250. 1250 is at this. Oh, he's gonna go for. Yeah, this DP's at 1250. Okay, I see.
Oh no! Use the ancient cloak effect. It doesn't change anything, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny. It actually might be slightly better because it gives it 800. It's about the same.
Oh, it is persistent until the end of your opponent's turn. So if you have to
Right.
get rid of the ancient cloak,
Right.
although I guess you could still do it now. Nothing's
Right.
stopping that from happening.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So, yeah, Kurt's gonna get another turn to do a little bit of damage. We're gonna see Downard Zeus, but I mean, this is not over. This is not over because
There we go.
DPE.
There's that boost.
DPE can, and we know that's not the Fogblade probably. Just thinking draw face. Oh, okay. Thinking
Oh
draw
man, yeah,
face.
because if we can hit the DPE with the oh, that's huge
Fusion.
actually.
Yeah, he can't summon back this DPE. So
Oh, it'll summon back because the effect's already activated, right?
No, because it's not like Solemn Judgment. It's just you can't do it. So he has to summon back the Malicious. It's not like negating the summon. Yeah, so he has to summon back the Malicious by rule here. He doesn't get his DPE.
I forgot that it had a whole stops the monster type summons as well. I was just thinking about effect.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be... Yeah, because he has to get the Malicious. Now, what did he draw here? Right, if he can force a Zeus...
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, if he can force a Zeus, it's not bad. Okay, so he sets 1, passes. I think either this is the last turn, or You Broke My Heart gets 1 more turn. I'm not sure, but he's going to go Zeus, banish a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, that's game. Yeah, because I think that this is going to be turn 3.
Yeah, I think, because, yeah, Kurt gets 1 more turn. And he's going to... But he doesn't have, like, lethal.
He doesn't
Turn
need to have
3.
lethal. The 3000 gets him over.
Wow, so there's no, but they're saying, oh, this is turn 3. Yeah, so this is the last turn. Yeah, so 3000 just gets him over. Yeah, so just switches to attacks. That's GG.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the 3000 is gonna get him over there.
I was so sure Hart had this entire thing wrapped up.
Yeah, well, this is really interesting. That sequence there was pretty crazy. There goes Ancient Cloak, get the Torrent Scales. Probably just gonna show that he could get the whole,
Yeah,
like
could
the whole
actually do
damage.
lethal damage instead of
Yeah.
just being like, I won in time kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. So just finishing off the game here. Yep, summon that back. Make probably the rank 3 that has 2000 attack. And yep, that's gonna seal it. That's gonna seal it. Boosting by gloves just to be completely 100% optimal. Yeah.
maybe Hart, but
well, that's what I was thinking too.
There we go.
Yeah, but okay, that's gonna be the end. Wow, so we are going to see
holy cow,
Kurt Cobain versus Zilka 18 in the finals. I mean, should we just stay right here? Is there even a point of going to break? We could just take a quick one.
Yeah, let's take a quick one. I'm gonna go get some.
Yeah, let's take a quick one.
Some refreshments, and I'll be right back, folks.
Okay, I might just leave this stream on then, unless you want me to turn it off. But I think we might just be going straight to the finals right away.
Would you deny this wonderful background to all of your viewers?
No, I wouldn't. I might go get a drink too then, and then I'll be right back as well. But the finals should be starting very soon. So, all right, I'll see you in a bit then, Nova.
See you in a bit.
Okay. Don't go anywhere, guys. Finals are coming up. I'm going to change the stream title first, and then let's see here. Stream title. Finals. We got the finals coming up. Oh my gosh. So, okay, who do you guys think will win? I'm gonna put a straw poll out here. Maybe we can get some questions here. Okay. Update that. Okay, so finals is coming up, folks. Who do you think is going to win? Let's make a straw poll. We're going to have Striker versus Phantom Knight here in the finals. Rate a poll. Who will win? Striker. Phantom Knights. Create poll. Alright guys, who do you think will win? I'm going to post it in the chat here. It's a straw poll. I'm going to get some water, and I will be right back for the final pairings here in just a moment.
Okay. I'm back and ready to watch some silly stuff happen. Howdy. Hey, Chad, how's it going?
All right. I am back, folks. Holy cow. Okay, let me take a look at the straw poll. Let me take a look at the straw poll here. I got a poll going for us to see who we think is going to win. Who do you think is going to win, Golden? Do you think it's going to be Striker or Phantom Knights?
Phantom Knight. Phantom Knight. Phantom Knight. Y'all better be voting for PK, man.
Rooting for the Phantom Knights, huh?
I am living vicariously through this match. The Sky Striker matchup was always my worst. Sitting across from it was a nightmare. I need Kurt Cobain to come through for me on this one.
Okay, well, I'm going to look at the results right now. We've got, oh my god, it's basically a 50-50 split. We've got half the people think Phantom Knights will win. Well, I guess if we include you, more than half the people will think Phantom Knights will win. We got about 40. That would be about.
Who do you think will win?
You know, the way I've seen Striker just go at it, I mean, a couple of hand traps and Ray. I mean, that has just it's been a formula for success today. Oh, another good rhyme right there.
Hey.
You know, but it's gonna be tough, I think.
So now we're back to 50-50.
Yeah, we're back to 50-50 here. Oh, we looks like we already got the game loaded up here. This is DCS Finals. DCS 5 Finals. Oh my gosh. They're playing for, I think first place is getting around $700 or something like that.
Juicy.
So, yeah, a juicy amount here. And this is it. It all comes down to this Kurt Cobain versus Zalika. And this is gonna be an intense one, I think. Hopefully we get a good finals. Oh, let me change the top 4. It's not top 4 anymore. It's finals. Gotta change the text.
Yeah. 2 duelists walk in. 1 duelist walks out with a Kaiba Corp suitcase full of money.
A Kaiba Corp suitcase full of money, paid at your easiest convenience through a digital means. That That's Kaiba Core technology right there.
Now,
Little-
see, this
Sorry,
is
go
why
ahead.
we need the metaverse. This is how we can actually exchange that money through the internet. It's necessary.
Exactly. Little do you know, Kaiba is actually the one behind Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That does seem like something he would invent.
It's a fact.
Yeah, dual discs.
It's a canon fact.
Dual disc cryptocurrency. What's next for Kaiba? Who knows? He's always got the next. He probably invented electric cars too. While we're at it, I don't think it's Elon. It's definitely just Kaiba. So
Look, Kaiba. Seto Kaiba exists as a fictional character in a 2D realm, so obviously his influence on the real world is very limited. That's why he needs to wear his very, very lifelike skin suit, Elon Musk.
exactly. Elon, if you pull at that skin hard enough, it's there. So it's really Kaiba underneath. Okay, so Lika winning the dice roll again. I think we saw him win last dice roll as well, but his deck's got so many hand traps. It's prepared for going second as well. So that's probably okay. He's gonna go terraforming. Okay. Now that's not technically Ray, so that's okay. But I don't want to see a brick anyway. I want to see some back and forth. So okay, Area 0 is like the perfect middle ground. It's not a brick, but it's not guaranteed Ray. Here comes
it's
the
Ray
0.
if they're at the top of your deck.
Oh, but it's the Rose. Okay, it's the Rose. So it's not Ray, but it's a starter.
No, it gets you there.
He's thinking, well, he can only take Rose. For some reason, I thought he could take Fuchsia. He's thinking about taking multi-roll. Because multi-roll can send Area 0 to get the Ray.
See, there we go. There's Ray.
Yeah, but that plays hard into Ash. Like, hard into Ash, right? So, he's going for it. He is going for it. So, sending the Widow Anchor, going for the glory here. Here comes the multi-roll. Okay. Effect on Area 0.
Effect.
And it's okay.
All right.
No, so he's gonna get the Ray. Okay. And got 3 spells engraved.
What? No way. I blinked and there were 3 spells. My goodness.
Okay, adds back the Widow Anchor. Going to make a Shizuku. Probably add our good friend Engage to the hand here. So we know it's gonna be 3 mystery cards, and so probably some hand traps, and an Engage. So pretty good start here with Zalika. We're gonna see Kurt lead on the Silent Boots special summon.
Oh, I hate seeing that.
Silent Boots.
Normal summoning for Boots into Boots means that you're not normal summoning another impactful card, which is just setting you behind a normal summon essentially, and that bites.
It's a good thing that Cherubini sends for cost, though, right? Because
yes,
this can just get material out on the field. Again, I'm just worried about Nib. Nib is like the big worry here because that basically skips your turn, as if you have to deal with a Widow Anchor and a Nib, and then the Engage is coming. But we're gonna see a Torn Scales send here. That's interesting. Okay, so he's gonna go Boots. Is he gonna grab which trap is he gonna grab? We have JY Sharif. He says, if no Nib, PK is winning this. That may be true, but we have seen Zalika. He has got the Nib at the right time recently. So, okay, here comes back the Phantom Knights. I forget, what trap did he add? I didn't notice.
it was Fogblade.
It was Fogblade? Okay. So he pitches the Tour Guide, which is interesting. Very good play. He couldn't really normal Tour Guide for fear of Widow Anchor. So, okay, here comes the Anchor on the Scales. This is worrisome because this makes me feel like there's a Nib in his future with a Widow Anchor on the Torrent Scales. But we will have to see.
Yeah, because stopping that keeps some extension stuff in check, and God, this has got to be in 5 range right now, right?
Yeah,
we're
double boots. 5, I think.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. This was 4 and this was 5.
Yeah.
What's interesting is if he searched Fogblade, he didn't discard it. He could have discarded it here, right? Instead of the Tour Guide, to have a Fogblade engraved to maybe revive this Rusty.
That is a Valor instead. Okay.
Valor instead. Okay, so Valor instead.
Maybe the Fogblade keep was to hedge against the Nibiru. Like if their entire board gets stopped, at least they have some kind of interaction next turn.
Oh, but here comes Fusion Destiny. Okay, pretty huge here. Fusion Destiny.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. Okay, so we're gonna see. Oh, do you attack here? He gets back in area 0. That's the hard thing to stomach here, right? Because it's gonna go Ray into Kagari, add back the area 0, but it is damage.
Yeah, we attack that. So they bring the Ray back.
Yeah, brings the Ray back.
If they don't tag into something else, they get run over by Bardiche. And if they do tag out, then they could DP.
Oh no, this is good. He can DP. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because it doesn't target, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't target. That's true. So, and then they have like the whole, you have to be in the right place. So if you chain Kagari, it'll just be popped, which makes sense. Oof. Yeah, technically, I think this is right. So you're as a turn player, yeah, this works.
Yeah.
As a turn player, you have priority, so you can activate this quick effect. That's a good call there. But he's gonna pop his Rusty. Very interesting.
It's negated, but it can come back later, so I'm not sure what the point of that was. Oh, he's gonna keep it off board in case anything weird happens, like it could get stolen, and then he can pop the Fog Blade later to bring it back.
Yeah, so this is the Nibiru here.
Unless that happens.
This is the one issue with using the DPE, right? Which is you get Nibiru, right? If you could wait till the end of phase to try to pop, like, say, multi-roll, then you would keep your DPE around. For some reason, we know Zalika just has the nib. Like, I don't know what it is, but my spidey senses were tingling there. My nib senses were tingling.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably
something about playing Engage in your deck just means you have all the hand traps.
Yeah. And now this multi-roll will for free get rid of this nib. So this is the issue of using the nib on the Ray. So it was basically, do you want to stop area 0 or multi-roll was the question. And you can stop multi-roll in the end phase too, but we have a droll here. Okay.
Doesn't stop Kagari. Does it stop Kagari? It's only from deck, right?
Yeah, it's only from
main deck to the hand.
Deck,
okay.
Yeah. We got chat saying, yeah, maybe he should have popped his own DPE instead of the Rusty, which makes sense as well. That's also a good point. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you would have gotten for more damage too. Like I was going through hoops on that Bardiche destruction, but like, nah, it feels like that was suboptimal.
Right. I mean, Striker has Shark Cannon anyway, so I'm not sure if it's even safer on the field than in the graveyard. But now we're gonna see the value here. But here's the Fog Blade.
There we go.
He's got to deal with another Widow Anchor here. But yeah, just imagine if he had DPE here, right? I feel like this it changes the landscape of the game here. He's still got Celestial Dasher. So not totally out of woods. He still has Silent Boots, right? So sets 1. Okay, so here comes Dasher Celestial to go and get this. Now, should he have banished his DPE instead of the Dasher? Dasher may have some value later in the game. I'm not sure. Like if you have some way to reborn this DPE, it may have some value, is what I'm saying, right?
No, that makes a lot of sense. Of course, this is talking about a level of expertise that I don't know what either player is at, but I feel like the idea of banishing your boss monster out of your grave is so taboo to like general play that it doesn't come up when you just think about your plays.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not going to make that much of a difference because Dasher special summon. Yeah. We've got a lot of Striker experts in the chat talking about sort of the lines of play, which is good. I can't focus on it all and commentate on the game, but I think we're going to see some interesting stuff. So nothing good, unfortunately, for that. So Zalika is going to link this Kagari. That sends the Fog Blade to the graveyard. Here comes Hayate. Okay. So really, really interesting here. Here comes Hayate in for 1,500. Now, what is this going to send? What does he want access to? I don't know. Shark Cannon? Another Widow Anchor. Okay. So, main phase 2. I mean, I assume we're going to see another Kagari. Maybe save the Kagari. Okay, so he's already burned through 2. There comes another Fog Blade.
Okay. We're never running out of those, folks.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
We got another one left in the deck somewhere. We have Nicholas saying that Kaiba also invented the internet. From our Kaiba discussion earlier. That may be true. He wanted to play dueling books, so he invented the internet, which makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. And then he stole the infrastructure for that and made Master Duel.
Exactly. It is incredible. He keeps getting away with it.
Once again, people with money, am I right?
Exactly. Okay, so here comes Shizuku out. That's the last Kagari, by the way, I think. Am I seeing stuff? 3 Kagaris. Okay, there's 3 Kagaris in the graveyard.
Wow, okay.
So here comes Shizuku. What will this get here?
And I wish I could say that every spell that goes to the grave now is locked there, but modules be doing modules, man.
Yeah, that's the Sky Striker Mecha Module multi-roll. Okay, so what's this gonna hit? On boots, do you just chain the Fogblade to get the boots here? He is. Okay, so he's gonna chain Fogblade on the boots.
Might as well. These are hard once per turn, so you might as well manage them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, he's gonna get this Shark Cannon back anyway, so he's just like forcing stuff out here.
Yeah, you're right. And that's what the second Fogblade is for.
Exactly. So we got Fogblade, but then it's like a game, right? Because he can't Fogblade the Rusty because it'll just get Shark Cannoned. But then also he can't Shark Cannon the Rusty because it'll just get Fogblade. So we're just sitting here forever. But then the Rusty's in the graveyard right now, so that's probably still benefiting Zalika there.
And people say there's no politics in Yu-Gi-Oh. We're literally watching brinksmanship.
Oh my god!
Ow.
No! Ow! That hurts my senses right there. That's a TC Boo on that. Ow! Ow!
Oh god!
Ow!
Well, the Shark Cannon is free now. What are you bringing back with the Fogblade?
That's true. I guess. I mean, I don't even know what you do here. Do you send? You either pop this or you send the one that's not going to be banished.
Yeah, you think on that, Kurt Cobain, because you got to find an out to this now. Otherwise, this game is sunk.
Yeah. Do you even need do you even need it? Did he even need the TC boot? Probably not, honestly. But now the question is, do you concede to save time? Because that is really the biggest question, I think. Like, do you really want to play Striker in time? I don't know, probably not, honestly.
No, not with Hayate.
Yeah, so I think was the one. That one should be banished, I think. Which is I think what.
No, that's the normal summoned one or special summoned one. I think.
I SS it from hand. Oh, I can't keep track of. I thought that was the. You can check the logs. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter that much, but okay.
Yeah. Because you would always choose which one is more advantageous to you anyway.
Okay, so here we go. There comes the banish on the boots.
Fogblade 3!
I mean, hey, he's out of Kagaris. It's winnable.
You can do it. Gosh.
Listen, if Kurt Cobain wins this game, he's gonna prove us all wrong. I'm gonna look like an idiot. They'll be like,
Kurt, please, I'm begging you, please have the spice. Please have the anti-striker spice. I'm betting my entire personality on this.
I mean, that would be amazing. Like, I'm trying to figure out how. Like, okay, top deck Harpy's Feather Duster, maybe. Like what?
Oh man, the value on that.
Yeah, what could it be? Now, one thing I've noticed is that actually the 2 PKs that made it to top, by the way, were both 50 and 60 card variants, which is interesting. Like, I'm a pretty big believer in 40 cards, but both topping variants were 50 and 60 cards. Do you think I know you're a bit of a PK player yourself? What do you think about adding more cards into that? Actually, I have to change this too. I forgot I didn't change this to finals. Okay, here we go. Like, but what do you think? Do you think 50 and 60 is the way to go? Like,
that's So there's a precedent for decks of that size being good, but they need to have very specific enablers. Like Grass format was the time of the 60 card deck, but that was one that essentially made your deck 40 cards off the resolution of a single card. So we were still playing with those levels of consistency, just with like a +8 to go along with it. I do not think that Phantom Knights have been afforded the number of starter cards that make a 50 to 60 card deck viable.
But here
Like,
we are.
Like here we are, like they made it here. I'm not gonna say I know anything more than these players because they're making tournaments and I'm sitting here talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But it just feels like there should be more than Fusion Destiny that's allowing these decks to play over the minimum amount of cards. And I just don't know what it is.
Well, I know there are a lot of just like so many things. Like I don't know what it is. They just level 3 monsters just have this knack of special summoning themselves out. You know, emergency teleport. We got the psychics, Kagamucha Knight, tour guide, BAs. I mean, everything just summons itself out. But we'll
yeah,
see.
And those are really cool. But the issue with both of those is that they special summon from the hand, like Kagamucha, Boots. There's a lot of things that require specific setups. Very few of those extenders are independent of each other.
And well, we also get to see, you know, you do get to play like Isolde, for example, right? Which is pretty cool. But okay, we get another pass here, and it's going to be a slow trot to the finish line. Here comes the Hayate again in.
There we go.
Sending something else here. What do you even send here? A rose. I guess you don't have a rose access yet, right? So get the rose going as well.
It's kind of the same thing as seeing the multi-roll hit the field. When the Hayate is sending things like roses, you know every other card they have is stacked.
Yeah. It's like, well, what do I not have in here? Oh, rose. Yeah, let's throw one of those in there. Yeah, I think Harpy's Feather Duster plus some crazy combo is really the only way. But I mean, this Hayate is just 2 more attacks. Okay, we Fogblade the Hayate. Okay. So not. You know, that's the 3rd Fogblade, I think, right? One in the grave.
Yeah, that'd be number 3.
One here, and okay. So that is the 3rd Fogblade. Wow. Okay, I mean, so okay, let's do a little striker link check count here. We've got 3 Kagaris.
Kagari's out.
2 Shizuku. 2 Hayate. One of the Hayates is technically on the field. Okay, so he's going to multi-roll target his thing, chain Shark Cannon targeting Breaksword. Probably going to need to chain the PK link here. Yeah, okay, so the PK link.
Oh, he could save it because he has a face down monsters. That doesn't count towards his Teekboo count. Oh, wait, I forgot. When did Teekboo go away? I was complaining about...
Yeah, he sent it off
something,
multi-roll. He sent it off multi-roll to I think, be able to link with strikers. Okay, so there goes the Rusty. Gone. Here comes the Fusion Destiny.
Oh my god.
Yep, so here's Fusion Destiny. This is going to start popping. I don't know what you pop here. I mean, it probably doesn't matter that much, again, but...
Whatever you want.
So here comes the pop. Puff's Prosperity.
The Prosperity, oh my gosh.
And
another thing that strikers are just really good at, if you can play a bunch of starter cards that get you into the game, and once you're all set up and they don't have any usage, you just send them with multi-roll, or pop them with Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, or eat them for a snack to make sure your stamina's up. It's so versatile.
Yeah. And one issue I saw someone just point out also as well is, you know, there's only 20 minutes left in this match, roughly speaking. Right? Should he have conceded a bit earlier to save time? Right? Because I would hate to see this come down to some time scramble at the end. Right? That would kind of suck.
That would be a big woof. And like, what do you do in this scenario? Like, you're locked in with the DPE, another Teekboo.
That was actually pretty cool use of the Teekboo there. He chained Teekboo to be able to use his DPE in response to a droplet pitching a monster. So, kind of cool.
So good. So good. Some Night Beam plays right here.
Oh. Banishes the cloak. Gonna chain to special back the cloak. I'm actually impressed how long PK has stayed in this game, though. Like, got tactics.
Oh,
Here comes tactics.
oh.
He's drawn. He's drawn. Okay. Okay. I'm impressed
Kurt.
how long Kurt has stayed in this game. He stayed in longer than I would have the stomach for, honestly.
If you've played 20 minutes in this game, you've got to get that game at this point. You need to wrench victory back from the jaws of defeat.
That would, yeah. I mean, he has played really, I think, played his heart out, honestly. So this is a grind fest, which is, honestly, what else do you expect, right? What else do you expect with Striker? It's going to be a grind fest.
Absolutely.
And I think Striker players actually like that. Yeah, it's okay. So he passes.
I think it's that, like,
oh no, he's done.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I think it might be, if I'm misremembering this, let me know. But I remember at one point hearing that competitive players are really liking formats that are really slower and games take longer because it allows both players to make more meaningful decisions. So it shows a lot more skill as opposed to formats where games get really short because there's less opportunity to make meaningful decisions.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. I mean, there's definitely, I mean, by like nature, if the game is longer, there's just gonna be more decisions. That's just like sort of how like it works. There's just probably, turns probably correlate with the number of decisions made. But it's also like, yeah, it's a tough balancing act, right? Because you don't want games to take too long. Like, no one wants their first game to take 40 minutes, right? And you just like flip a coin in game 2 for like a draw or a win.
True.
So hard to see here. We are going to see Kurt go first, though. He's going to have to play through a bunch of hand traps. Because I know we've already seen Zalika's got the hand traps. He has came prepared. He has came prepared. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit of a fake out here. You're going first.
Okay,
a little bit of a fake out here. Here comes the Gagari into the... Gonna get back to drones here. Okay, so he had like a starter. Not Ray, though. So that's sort of important.
The honorary mermaid play.
Oh, but is he going to go DPE here? He's going to go DPE. Okay. Okay, going to go for the Anaconda. Okay. Interesting. So, I see. He's going to go here, going to go for the Shizuku. So this is how he's going to get his DPE. I like this. He's going to get both DPE and engage in the opener here. So, pretty nice little... I guess that's a cool little trick with... the Hornet drones that you can do, I guess. So he has a normal summon. And here comes the DP, sets 1, end phase, gonna get the engage here. Okay. And he's gonna go DPE, pop itself, and the Verte DP graveyard effect. Interesting. Alright. So probably hard to say. Here comes the DPE. So we know at most 2 hand traps, right? Plus the back row. Lightning Storm kills the TC Boo. That's big. That's a start, right?
All right.
That's a start.
That's what kept Kirk down the entirety of last game. So
yeah,
that's a great way to start out.
Yeah, that's a great way to start out. Here comes these 2. Okay, so yeah, again, it's just gonna be. It really, like, every time I say this, does he have nib? That's like the $1 million question. Now, interesting that Kurt didn't go and set something before he went into the Cherubini here. He's gonna chain emerge. Oh, beautiful. Wait. This is sense for cost though. This sense for. Oh no. He's negating it though because it's a continuous effect. It's a continuous effect. I get it. Okay, so
what in the world?
Oh my god. Okay, wait. We gotta break this down. Okay, so it was summon this Chainlink 1 DPE trying to pop Cherubini, right? We had Chainlink 2 emergency teleport. All cards stay on the field until chain resolve completely. So they're saying when the DP resolves, he will be able to send E-Telly to be able to protect with the Cherubini. But then there was Chainlink 3 Veiler, right, to negate the continuous effect of the Cherubini to try to still be able to pop it. Chainlink 4 droplets negating the original DPE to stop the effect, right? So that way it doesn't actually get popped at all. And now we have a Lancia after all of this, after the Psychic Wielder special summon.
Man, and that cuts off so much.
Yeah, it does cut off a lot here. Now I think we still can use Cherubini, right? Wait, what, did he send? He didn't send anything off Cherubini yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
But like, what do you send now? Because I guess you could set up for later turns, but almost nothing you send is gonna be useful under Lancia, right?
Yeah, so he's gonna.
Yeah, Tornscale's not gonna do anything.
Tornscale's not gonna do anything. This is a little. Yeah, so this isn't like another 2-hand trap hand. I mean, it's about as good as you could ask for if you're a striker player. 2 hand traps with the.
So you unicorn, shuffle the Phoenix. No, we're gonna make our own DP.
Okay, so it's DP versus DPE. Now the biggest question is, I think Kurt's got follow up. He's got what we known in the business as follow up, right, in the next turn for sure.
Oh yeah, his grave is stacked for next turn.
Yeah, but. Can he survive? It's close. Striker's not known for killing, but it's going to be a close one. It's going to be like a photo finish, honestly.
Yeah.
Right? Because, okay, so DP, I mean, these are just going to trade for the Shizuku, maybe?
Yeah, the issue is that not only is DPE applying a debuff, but so is Shizuku.
Yeah, so how much is this? 2 spells. It's only 600 debuff?
600? Okay, so it was enough to get over Shizuku. By 100, I think.
No. 600 debuff, it would be 19 versus 15? Oh, but there's a debuff from his Phoenix Enforcer as well.
Yeah.
There's a debuff. So okay, so it goes back to this. So I think it's not the end of the world here. We've got 2 Phoenix Enforcers. Does this Phoenix Enforcer technically die during the last end phase because of Fusion Destiny? I guess after this card resolve. So maybe but destroy it. Doesn't really matter. But anyway.
Oh no, yeah, that other Phoenix Enforcer reset itself by destroying their own Verte.
Right, I'm just talking about the Fusion Destiny thing. If you destroy your own Verte, it doesn't reset itself. Oh, but it might have reset itself already. I don't know. I can't remember. It probably doesn't matter that much. But here comes the DPE trades. Oh, did he just go pop his own stuff so that DP doesn't resolve? He can't activate Engage. That's huge. Okay, I didn't even think about this play. Okay, but it's not over because he has Dasher Celestial. So he can try to get rid of this DP. But what he did there is he used his DP on his Verte and his DP. DP specifies it must destroy 2 cards at least, or else it doesn't do anything. So with this DP in the extra or in the main monster zone, he can't activate Engage, right? So Kurt is gambling that he won't be able to just use striker spells this turn. So that's a really, really nice play. In fact, it actually just got pointed out in chat by one of our viewers here, JY. So I mean, wow. DP is staying on the field. Okay.
So, the galaxies these brains are made of are just churning.
It's incredible. I mean, this is really amazing. So now, does he have a way to get rid of it? I mean, it's Area 0, multi-roll, or normal summon Link, but you really don't want a normal summon Link. That gets rid of your DP. But you might have to. Wow, so I think we went just from... Striker being in a good position. Now, Phantom Knights is in a really good position. $1 million question, though. What are these sets, right? And...
God, like...
it's hard to say.
And what really sucks is that the second Kurt commits a second card to the board, or any card that you can guarantee destroying with Phoenix Enforcer, then you can pop it, and then any of those set cards that are Striker spells are now online.
Right. Also, you got to be careful about using DP with no cards in your field, because then your opponent can chain DP, and then you'll have nothing to pop. But he's going for it. So here comes the thing. He's going to normal summon with Ragdoll. So this scale says come back because of this Ancient Cloak. Okay, so this is really interesting. Here it comes. We know that the card in hand is probably not it could be a hand trap. One of these set cards is Engage. We don't know what the other ones are, I don't think, right? So it's going to be a really interesting question. Is one of them TC Boo? I guess is a question. So
if it does, that would force an Enforcer real quick.
Yeah, so here comes Enforcer. He's just going to let it resolve. Yeah, I don't think there's really a point. You could chain your own Enforcer to try to miracle pop one of the back rows. He's going to go after the Torn Scales. Okay. He He still has his Enforcer for a TC Boo in case that comes up. However, now the Striker spells are live if there are any set down there. So one of them is Engage, but obviously that's not a quick play. So that's not going to do anything. Yeah, okay, so here comes the Boots. What will Boots get here?
So Boots. Now, have we used... We've used Ancient Cloak this turn, so we can't get a Boots to summon more Boots, if we haven't already used its special summon effect yet.
Yeah.
It could just be more Fogblade. Ooh, Wings!
Go for the Wings. Okay, so maybe he has a way to discard this or something like that. Oh my, okay, DDR, summon back. So cool, he's able to discard the Wings here.
Excuse me?
By the way, he has Dester Celestial, or Dasher Celestial, excuse me. I don't know what I just said there. So if he can get rid of that last card in his hand, he's, can do that. Here comes the Ancient Cloak. It's going to buff the DP by 800. I like it. Getting the attack boost in.
Good stuff. Okay.
Here comes Breaksword. I like this a lot too. Let's start getting rid of those back row, right? If you hit Engage, you're happy. If you hit something good, you're happy. We're just going to see Concede.
Oh my god!
We're going to see Concede.
It was a game! It's a game 3. Oh my god.
It's exciting. We're going to game 3 DCS finals. I mean, a couple $100 is on the line here, at least. I don't know the full payout, but it's basically double, I think, from first to second. So you're looking to double your money here. We're going to the casino, dealing some blackjack, trying to double your money here. Now we saw Kurt make Zalika go first in game 2. There may be some, thinking going on, right? Kurt's usually like really fast. Like he plays fast, he sides fast, he does everything fast, right? But he's thinking right now. Yeah. It's the mind game. Oh, but he's done already. He's
now the
quick.
Question is it practice or recklessness?
Yeah, I don't know. Here comes. Good luck. Let's see what happens here. Finals of DCS. Who is going to go first? It's going to be Kurt. Okay. Oh, no, this is Zalika. Never mind. I got too excited there. I thought it was going to be Kurt. Here comes Pot of Prosperity. So we got confirmation 740 for first place, 370 for second. They're playing for $370 right here. Here comes Prosperity, first 6, right? What will we see? Will we see a starter? Oh, he hits the 6th card Ray.
The last one.
I can't believe it. 6 card Ray
right now.
Well, I can't believe it. Get 6 card Ray,
and he takes it. So he needed it, and it was the last. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, 6 card Ray
out of here.
What in the world? Okay, so he starts with Ray. He's got his starter, but he couldn't. Notice he couldn't take the Sanctum. He couldn't take the TC Boo.
No.
So what's in his hand? Again, one set. We probably got 3 hand traps up in there, right? We got the Engage in the hand. It's coming up to Kurt now. It's coming up to Kurt here. What does Kurt have, right? What does Kurt have?
If the answer is a full combo, I'm going to post a scathing rant on Twitter.
Okay, here we are. I think we're going to play this whole game out. I think we've got 7 minutes in time, if I'm seeing that correctly. So we're going to get plus the 4 turns. Here comes Scales pitching Wings. Okay. So like what? Lancia? Lancia's a huge one. Right? Is there going to be a Lancia? What kind of hand? I know there's hand traps there. You know it. I know it.
There can't not be.
Watchers know it. We got 85 viewers. Everyone knows that there's hand traps there, right?
But they're not playing it on Res. Why would they hold off on Lancia if they didn't have it after Res on this?
That's true. It might not be Lancia. It might be Nib though. Could be Nib.
Could be Nib.
Man, this is
that's 2.
This is 2.
Chat, we got to count along.
Yeah,
we got number 2.
Okay, and this is going to be 3. Cherubini has been summoned. Will we see anything on Cherubini? No. So let's see. What does he send for cost here? Sends the Graph. Okay, so we're going the BA line here. Graph going to summon out something. We got thinking here.
Okay.
So the only thing that stops Graph is probably Ash or Call by the Grave set. So one of those two, and maybe that's a little bit telegraphed there that you have Ash or Called by the Grave.
But if it's either of those, that might mean he doesn't have Nibiru because he's not letting him extend into it.
Yeah, Chain to Cherubini. He's going to Chain to Cherubini. Okay, this works as well. So Sharkania, some DD Crow effect. So this will This will not allow the Graph to activate. Again, Graph has to be in the graveyard when it's time to activate is there. So just won't be able to activate. This will stop the Graph. Pretty good. I would say. Maybe now he has a Lancia because he had a Shark Cannon first, although I don't know. I think I agree with you on this one. Probably no Lancia in the opener. So it just comes down to what else there is.
If I remember the wording, with Lancia, it's only your opponent who can't banish, but you'd still be able to stop. You'd still be able to banish their cards.
No, it's everybody. No banishing at all.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
No banishing at all. So I think you're right though. I don't think there's a Lancia. Okay, so here comes the Boots. Boots is going to grab Fogblade. Is this going to be the Torrent Scales back? Okay, it is going to be Torrent Scales coming back.
It's free real estate.
It is free. Now, will we see?
It's 4. No, this is still 3.
Yeah, but this
we didn't get the graph summon.
Yeah, but even if you nib on this, he still has the wings engrave, right? So you can't really nib on this. It doesn't work because you're just going to come right back. So we're still not sure if he has nib or not. He's gonna get the Shade Brigadine. Now he can't activate it from hand. You have to have no trap cards in your graveyard. He has a trap card right now. So that is not a legal activation. Someone should stop that, I believe.
He might just be showing that he's setting it because it goes right to the field.
Oh, okay. That might be that. You might be right. He still has to. Oh, that's right. He hasn't finished resolving. Just something to be aware of. He can't activate this.
It is important.
Okay, so now he can.
And there we go.
Okay, here comes the Silent Boots. Now we're gonna see the Shade Brigadine. Okay.
Cool. Level 4 monster for some reason.
Yeah, level 4. Here comes Isolde.
Isolde.
Ooh. Okay, so this is
still no response. Ooh.
I mean, there has to be a nib.
Could still be a Nibiru. There could.
There has
this
to be
doesn't
a
say
nib,
nothing,
right?
But there is, but I hope there's not.
I'm in the same boat here. We're gonna have Isolde send. It's usually 1 for the Renaud. Or yeah, here it is. Okay, 1. Gonna add back the DDR.
I love getting free equip spells. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Unicorn. Unicorn.
It's co-linked.
What does this do when it's co-linked? It draws, right? Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Ray triggers. Chain. What's he got? Oh, he's got a DD Crow. He's got a DD Crow.
Oh, my God. It's an OTK.
Oh, Chain's Ghost Spell.
What does it matter?
Oh, Chain's another DD Crow. What is going on in this game? What is going on? Now he tactics. He's gonna look at his hand. Oh, he chains Nibiru, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, this is not enough. Oh my gosh. That game just ended so quickly. The game just ended out of nowhere.
Oh wow.
That game just ended out of nowhere. Oh my gosh.
Wait, okay, so walk me through this a little bit. So he had the Nibiru in hand the entire time, but he conceded to the triple tack. Why?
Why not play this out? It's a good question, right? I mean, this was going to shuffle back a Celestial, which is not that big a, or shuffle back the Engage. But was it over? I'm just trying to look for Phantom Knight's plays here.
Because he had the Engage and the Celestial in hand. The Engage isn't online.
It's not.
Oh man.
Did he have this DDR? Was that DDR?
Yeah, he searched it off the Renaud.
But he didn't use it yet.
Yeah, I hadn't used it yet, so that was available.
But it's not. He
had the cosmic cyclone though. That would have been rough.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed a loss. Right? I'm just trying to look through this real quick. Maybe DDR for something back. Well, but no. He has to have Link Spider to make Verte, right? You have to put him on Link Spider Nesher because the Nibiru token's a normal monster. I believe Verte requires 2 effect monsters. So I don't actually know, but that was a crazy end.
That was a crazy chain link to end the game out, though. Holy cow!
Yeah, that was insane.
Good grief!
But yeah, I'm not sure if the concede was that warranted because I don't think there was a way to make Verte. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm just trying to look here. I don't see a way to make Verte unless he has Link Spider.
Was there something stopping the Nibiru that we're just not seeing here?
No. The Nibiru is going to resolve.
Yeah.
So it's not like I just don't think it's actually over. Like, I mean, it's probably over. You need to top deck like Area 0 into like Engage again, probably, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was a to make DPE. I still don't see it. If someone can chat and point it out. Okay, so right, he has a nib token. There's a nib token. Then what? Then what? How do you make DP there?
I'm
not
I don't know,
seeing it.
Nibiru token. You've got you have DDR, which can pitch the Fog Blade. You summon back a banished monster, you banish the Fog Blade.
No, but this Fog Blade was set.
This
Fog Blade was set.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he has to have Link Spider. I don't know if he runs Link Spider or not. I don't know if the do you run Link Spider in your list? We can probably check. Do we want to check? I don't know.
I know that while Nibiru is an ever-present threat, I don't think I would run the Link Spider in the extra deck to like hedge against that.
Yeah, I mean, it does come up. I'm gonna see if I can find the decks here. We're gonna look at Kurt's deck.
But see, that's why I'm here and not at top level tournaments winning great prizes.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably over. I'm just saying, for $370, maybe I would stay in the game. But yeah,
but regardless, oh my god, that game had the twistiest turns I've ever seen in a match. Both these players incredibly skilled, piloting incredibly complex decks. This is what Yu-Gi-Oh is about, baby.
Yeah, that was a great match. That was a great finals, actually. I'm looking at Kurt Cobain's deck. He does have a Link Spider in the extra, so he does run it.
Okay, that would do it. Yeah,
that was definitely over. Okay, but I don't know. You don't know that for sure. So yeah, he is running the Link Spider extra deck. Really, really cool. So yeah, he's JY saying it's for the Shade Brigandine as well, because if you want to use the Shade Brigandine, so it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine a lot of them run it, but for $370, I would like to see it first. But okay, it was over. It was over. I don't blame Zalika for conceding there either. I mean, it's like, it is what it is. And I think, Kurt played that really well. And so, congratulations to him. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
To him. He's walking away with $740 of United States dollars. So that's it. Well, I guess is that going to be it for us? It's almost, the game ended so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was going to be like another 5 or 10 minutes, and all of a sudden it ended. Do we have anything else we want to say?
Well, God, is there like a tournament recap? Like, were there any trends that we saw over the course of the tournament that might allude? Obviously, this isn't going to stick around very long because we have a ban list right around the corner.
That's true. That's true.
But is there anything that might be indicative of like a future format that we might have seen today?
Well, we saw a lot of PK in the top 8. We saw PK success. We didn't see a lot of Sourceful success, probably because there was a lot of token collector running around, I would imagine. But not everyone's playing token collector. Kurt certainly wasn't. But I know we got to say, we got to shout out Dragon Rider Games. They hosted this tournament. Their link should be in the description below. Go subscribe to Golden Nova. I think that the commentary was fantastic. Golden Nova Yugioh. Subscribe to me. What are you doing? You guys are all watching and not subscribed. I'm sad.
Come on!
I'll do anything for a subscriber. I would banish the top 10 cards in my deck for a subscriber. And so, go follow Dragon Rider Games. I guess we're gonna, probably, post that onto YouTube. But yeah, it was a really great tournament. I think tournament recap: 111 players, about $2,000 in prize money. Lots of different decks. We had 7 rounds of Swiss. And honestly, a fantastic finals, because like finals are known for like being 2-0 just sweeps. And so it's nice to see a good game in the finals. We actually just had good games all throughout the tournament, actually, didn't we?
Oh yeah. I can't speak for anything that I wasn't there for, but every game that we sat down to watch, absolute banger. People playing at the top of their game, playing really cool decks with just the wickedest chain link battles I have seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So, okay. That is probably going to be it for us. This was DCS 5. It's over. It's done. It's been completed. Money has been, at least assigned to players. Congratulations to Kurt Cobain again. Zalika, congratulations on second place. Follow all the content creators that made this possible. Follow Dragon Rider Games one more time. Click a lot of buttons. That makes us happy. And until next time, thank you, Luke, for having us on. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And, I'll see you guys hopefully sometime in the future. Thank you, Nova, one more time for coming on. Any final words Any final words? We end the stream?
Thank you all so much for stopping by and watching. Thank you, Dragon Rider Games, for having me on. This was an incredible experience. And everyone at home, eat your fiber.
Eat your fiber. Thank you everyone for watching.